They're going to
The latest rage for kids is driving parents and entire neighborhoods crazy.
Yo, that's right. That's that dude. That's the Tornesium. That's David Winsans. He's coming. Coming in your eyes. You can't see. Oh, he needs to get some water.
Who in this room has actually spoken with Paris Hilton? That would be me.
Producer Reed Tucker.
He has her damn number. I have her cell phone. Let's call it. No, I don't have it with me. What a great producer we have. Oh, cut somebody.
The Laszlo Show.
Without a doubt, that's a picture. He tapes right on the front of someone's door when he comes in tomorrow morning. Let him know we're breathing down his neck.
We're breathing down nobody's neck.
Ladies and gentlemen, how do you do? It's been a long time, but what I brother do? The diabolical came to get the job done, cause I'm the prince of boogie and the master of fun. If you're ready to rock, I'm ready to get down. The grand groover here to prove a different sound. I gotta get funky for the Y2K. Each and every time I know what to say. East, west, midwest, and the dirty. Always hear the way that I've been rocking the house. All the ladies and the two G's like Steve Arrington, you make me weak at the knees. I'm glad to be like here with y'all, cause play is play and ball is ball.
To Ron and Fez. This mic goes on and off, Danny. I knew when I called in and gave fucking Dave shit about their show was gonna stink. Because, of course, it wasn't. They're both awesome guys. But they sabotaged the fucking board in this motherfucker. Dude, this thing goes on and off when I move it around like this.
That might just be the mic. We had actually some problems with that last week. It was giving us some shit. It had to be rewired.
Good. Guess mic's broken.
You want to use this one instead?
No, that's fine. I'll just turn all these buttons on.
No, it's you.
Which one?
That one.
This says Fez. Oh, dude, you've got
I fucked it up.
You fucking drunk!
There, look. Now it's all better.
Danny, you had him. I take back what I said about Dave. Danny, you labeled the board wrong.
Yeah, I did.
No wonder I was turning on the wrong microphone. And Danny rolls into the studio.
How many fucking times have you done this? You don't know it's the same one every time?
It's your job to label the fucking things. Danny rolls in the studio. He goes, I've had a hell of a day. He was late. He didn't meet us for dinner. And then he's like, I'm going to start drinking right away. So,
And whose fault is that?
well, I always bring beers for the show.
Okay, so
And so he comes in here and he puts little Post-it notes about which little button that I got to hit to make the mics work. So then I start, I play the intro and I go start talking. Can't hear me.
One of the Post-its just has a heart on it. I thought that was sort of weird. What does that mean, Danny?
That means love for the show.
All right,
Yes.
good.
Are we even on the air?
Thank you
We're
for
on the
that.
air.
All right.
No, this place was left a wreck.
Yes. Dude,
And,
there are
There's pizza just sitting out there.
Dude, I
It
know.
Smells like
I just had to get off
the street.
I know, dude. I got off the elevator and I'm like, why does it smell like food? And I'm like, if I fucking if that's coming from our studio, I'm gonna be hella pissed off. And then, dude, the first thing I see when I walk in,
8 pizza
dude,
boxes.
and it's like somebody pretended to throw pizza away. Like if you have a full pizza and you don't want it, resting it on top of a garbage can does not consist of throwing it away.
No.
So there's like 3 fucking pizza boxes that are full and they're just resting on top of the garbage.
I know.
And every trash can in this joint has 800 bottles of beer coming out of it.
what I like about it is you were already pointing the finger at people for sabotage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't
And it was me.
sabotage.
Yeah, and it was Danny.
No, but there's some other shit going on too. I mean, I had a problem with the other board. Like buttons are pressed that should never be pressed. One of my machines in the back office, which I used to record you guys, there were settings that were fucking messed with that should never be messed with.
Well, we
It's
won't
just-
have to worry about that when we get stuck in a closet over at the other place.
So I think me mislabeling your microphone was probably the least of everything.
I also got to say, Denny, we usually go through a mic check for Lazo before we go on, don't we?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, well, see, you're also cutting the corners short.
Yeah.
We had 45 minutes to check the mics, and we sat here looking at each other.
All right.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Can we start the show now?
Yeah. See, look, Laz, right there.
Thank you.
See?
So episode 40, we got a lot to get to tonight. Several guests. We should start off with the first thing that happened to us over the last month and a half. Coke Logic blessed us with an animation that looks amazing.
I love it. It is amazing. This is 80% me.
It is good, and for the first time, somebody drew a picture of me and didn't make me look queer. So I appreciate that. So much
You don't
love
think you look
to
queer? Wait
Coke
till you
Logic.
get the hits. You're
Well,
gonna-
because we had Brandon, remember at the old show, and he'd draw
Yeah.
that pretty kick-ass picture of us, and I look like some shit from a George Romero movie.
So it's been getting some good hits.
It's good.
Some good hits on the YouTube. Thank you, Coke Logic. He actually sent it over to me, and I did a sound mix on it. Because the part where Wayne's getting blown by the hooker has sound effects. I was in the sound effects library, and I type in to the search blowjob, and of course that doesn't come up. So I had to get fish noises and all sorts of stuff.
I was very impressed with
A
the likeness
vacuum.
of myself.
Yeah, you look good. Did that bring back some...
I didn't know my eyebrows moved so fucking much.
If you want to check out the Coke Logic animation, it's at lazlow.com.
It is really good.
Yeah, good times. But
Yes.
It's been like 6 weeks since we did a show, and our good friend Wayne he's been through some hard times, unemployed, and not only, I don't know how this happens, but unemployed and deathly sick. It's like you don't meet anybody. You don't go anywhere. So I call him, and I was really worried about him because, I heard rumors that he was very sick. And I called him, and Wayne's the kind of friend that will tell you anything. And I remember, in fact, we have a couple of our friends here. The first time they met Wayne on the beach, and he just nothing is sacred. He just go, and their jaws are on the ground like, who is this fucking guy? So I call Wayne. I'm like, how's it going? He goes, I shit myself today.
You live in an apartment. How do you not make it to the bathroom in
And
time?
then he tells me about his bath.
Yeah, I was under the weather for a long time, for 7 days. The first 3 days I was vomiting, and then the next 3 or 4 days I had the runs. Just
Romantic moments with Big Wayne.
for 3 days constant, at least like every 20, 30 minutes on the bowl, crapping myself. So after 2 or 3 days, no shower, no nothing, and I shit myself 3 times in shorts and sweatpants, and I would just take them off, wipe my ass, and then put on clean stuff because I was I couldn't go to the shower. But I was just miserable.
Excuse me, can we back up here a second? Why are you shitting yourself? Where are you that you cannot...
I was trusting
you live
a
in
fart.
400 square foot.
I was trusting a fart. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was, in trust that it was just gas and that the shit's passed, but it quite didn't pass. So finally, on like the 3rd day, I decided that maybe a nice bath and I'll feel better. A nice soak in the bath, and so I get in the bath, and sure enough, I have to let loose with a little fart. So I don't think anything of it. Well, I shit myself in the fucking bathtub.
No, that's not what you said to me.
No.
You said, I was in the bath, and I looked down, and I said, wow, I wonder why there's cabbage
Yes.
in the bath.
You know, you can only eat a certain amount of stuff after you're that sick, you know, and I kind of weaned myself in with saltines and, like, crackers and some salad, you know, to kind of start to bind me up. But it didn't exactly work, and yes, I remember telling Laz that I looked down, I seen a quarter-sized piece of cabbage floating around.
So,
with me.
Reed, I don't know if you ever remember when you shit yourself in the bath as a child, but typically that's the point where you get out of the bathtub.
But you decided to sit there and
just
soak in your own.
and
Like-
soak till I was fucking done.
Like a fucking Bugs Bunny cartoon
Yeah.
in his own goddamn stew.
And I probably got to say that I think at that particular moment I stood up in the shower, you know, and now I'm getting ready to soap up, and I pushed one last time, and sure enough, another one came flying out while I was vertical, and it runs down your leg. It just doesn't, you know.
It feels all warm. I've
I
had
didn't
that
feel
before.
warm, but I felt it on me.
Have you not learned your lesson at this point?
Dude, I got to tell you, I'm with my old lady. She'd never seen me this sick in all my life. I got to tell you, I should have probably went to the hospital one day before that. Literally, Reed, you could not imagine the throwing up I fucking did, and then it turned to diarrhea. I thought I had food poisoning.
Yeah. I'd say we should have taken you to the hospital the first time you shit yourself as a man who's
You see, don't know me. That's
well
been
over
done.
40.
That's been done before. So.
Yeah, after 15 Guinnesses.
But I'm back.
Dude, he gets into my car tonight because we drive in. He gets into my car tonight, and he fucking reeks. I'm like, dude, if we get pulled over, they are searching this entire fucking car.
Well, Laz is not comfortable with me smoking
While I'm driving.
I drive,
No,
which
I'm not.
I do all the time. But since our friend Chris got busted, and since Laz has preached to me about the laws have changed and they're really enforcing them, I have stopped. Plus, unemployment, the weed isn't readily available as it normally was when you're working.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Wow.
And that weekend, I was supposed to go down to Ed's house and work on Cousin Ed's house. And I felt bad, you know, I knew I was going on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and maybe coming back Monday. And, you know, on like Wednesday, I'm like, all right, I got to get my shit together because I also need the money. And Thursday comes, and I'm like, and then finally, I got to say, I had to have my wife talk to Laz to say I'm backing out. Yeah, I was under the weather.
Right, which I don't understand because he's so unemployed.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Who did I come in contact with?
Where do you get germs from?
Actually, the only place I really go in Long Beach is the library.
Can you believe this motherfucker goes to the library? Here's what he does. Let me tell you what he does at the library. He goes in because you can check out CDs at the library. He brings them home and rips them to iTunes.
I wonder who gave me the idea.
Okay. Anyway,
You checking out a copy of Field and Stream in there? What are you doing?
I'm on.
You ever
on
check
stuff.
out books?
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
movies, CDs, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They've got those
occupied, dude. You can't stay in your house
They've got
all
those-
day long, so you got to get out. And I became, you know, fascinated with the library recently again.
So Reed, you actually booked a guest for our 40th show.
It is a first. I thought since it was an anniversary show that I should get off my ass. And
So I mean, this is a pretty big guest. This
Yeah.
was the woman who sent. What was the chick's name? I'm fascinated with her. The
Ashley Dupree.
Oh, hi, dude. In fact, we have a girl here that looks like Ashley Dupree out there.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm obsessed with that chick. And so this is the madam that actually sent her over to Spitzer's house.
Yeah, you know, who brought down the New York governor, Elliot Spitzer. She was in charge of the prostitution ring, which Ashley Dupree worked for, and Elliot Spitzer was a regular customer. And apparently she's got all kinds of stories, this woman, about actors and things like that, all these people who called her for her services.
Awesome. She's going to be on in about an hour from now. But we should get to this guy that we played last time. It was a huge hit. If you didn't catch the last show, it was a doozy. It's lazlow.com. You can download it. But there was this redneck in like North Carolina who just sits in his bathroom drunk and screams at the camera. And I, like an idiot, his posting was Richard Gethner or whatever.
Tim Geithner.
And I was like, that must be his name. And then, of course, I see people blogging about those geniuses on the Laszlo show thought that our Treasury Secretary was. I was like,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, you don't turn to this show for business advice. Thank you. I mean, we already knew that going on, didn't
lately
we?
we'll be talking about what to do with your 401k
Yeah.
in between Wayne shitting cabbage in the bath. But this guy is blowing up, dude, and I got a couple new rants from him.
Good.
I mean, in the last 50 fucking days, Congress has voted to spend $1.2 trillion, folks. That is $1 billion a fucking hour. Can you tell me you're gonna print fucking $1 billion an hour, and all you've done is save $25
data?
I don't know. And the music is his own. He decided Stone Temple Pilots was really going to mirror his wrath.
Fucking police jobs. Are you shitting me? If you would print me $1 billion an hour, I would hire every goddamn American in this country.
By the way, sir, yes, you unemployed. Wayne, you're going to go working for this redneck.
I would love to.
Goddamn American in this country. I mean, you gotta be out of your fucking mind. These people are so fucked up in the head, I don't even know how they're still walking. I mean, goddamn it. And then I find some article talking about Congress has been getting a $4,700 annual cost of living raise. Where in the fuck is the people's goddamn cost of living raise? Goddamn it, we work all fucking year.
Why do I feel like this guy's about 2 weeks away from getting his own talk show on Fox News?
Oh, dude, if they give fucking Joe the Plumber.
Exactly. Joe the Plumber's now a journalist. Have you heard this shit? That he's like covering the Iraq war. This guy, I swear to God, he's a week away from getting his own show.
Absolutely. Because you don't need any journalistic credentials anymore. You just need to be able to. And this guy, I agree with him on half the shit he fucking talks about.
I know.
Joe the Plumber's a fucking tax cheat and a piece of garbage.
I mean, we work all fucking year, and what you get, maybe $1 an hour? That ain't shit. I'm sick of this goddamn $1 an hour, 50 cent an hour bullshit, and these cocksuckers are to get almost $5,000 every fucking year.
I think I'd take him more seriously if he didn't have Dead and Bloated playing underneath him. Well, you can't really make your point with some 90s grunge.
Dude, I am with him. And you know what I like? The Bush administration set back Southerners for decades. No, people are going to look down on anybody with a Southern accent for a long time because these fucking Texas Taliban nut jobs came in and fucking fucked this country good.
Yeah.
This guy can bring some credibility back to the Southern accent. You know what I mean? He's got some good fucking... Dude, listen to his politics about Israel.
And you got goddamn, everybody's goddamn tripping out. Why ain't the aid getting to Gaza? Why ain't the aid getting to Gaza? Who even gives a fuck about Gaza? You know, I wouldn't give a fuck if the aid didn't never go to Gaza, goddammit. We got people over here that need help, you crazy fuckers. You got Freddie fucking Mac saying they need 31 more goddamn billion. They done pissed away 50 fucking billion last year. I mean, who even gives a fuck about Gaza? I don't even give a fuck about Gaza. They're not going to benefit me none. None. You see? Especially when we done gave all the goddamn money to Israel to blow the piece of fucking shit up. Why didn't they just blow the whole goddamn thing up? So we don't have to give nobody shit.
He does make a good point.
Yeah.
Like, why are we sending these fools aid when we give Israel fucking F-16s to bomb these motherfuckers?
Do you think this guy writes this and then,
No, what are you kidding? The grammar, never, what the fuck? He better not be writing this.
If he is, it's amazing that he can repeat it and have such, strength in what he's saying.
This guy's a patriot, boy.
Dude, he's the best, and he's got all of these up on he's got his own YouTube channel. He is awesome, and his new shtick is he hates the Chinese because the Chinese have.
Of course he does.
Right, and so he goes on this drunken tear. I'm sorry, he goes on this tear in his house with a baseball bat and sets the camera up and smashes everything he can find that says "Made in China" on it.
Yeah, you know what else I found? Some goddamn Chinese fucking pottery. You see that shit? So you know what? You know what? Made in fucking Taiwan. You know what I think about Taiwan shit? You wanna know what I think about Taiwan shit?
That was a baseball bat
That's
taken
what
to
I
it.
think about the goddamn shit.
This is in his kitchen, by the way.
Look at that. Shit all over the goddamn place. I'm not even close to being done yet. I got more shit to break.
Oh, I should also mention that in another video, he takes all of his, I believe he's reproduced. He takes all of his children's toys and builds a bonfire in the backyard.
I was going to say, if he's going to smash everything in his house from China, he's got a long way to go, boy.
Yeah, good luck.
Probably
shit.
a car in the driveway.
Yeah, exactly.
He's out on the street and a Chinese woman walks by, belts her upside the head.
Not even close to being done yet. I got more shit to break. Check this shit out. My goddamn telephone. That son of a bitch was made in China too. You know how I feel about that shit? Watch this shit. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
he's throwing the phone up and hitting it with a baseball bat, and it's not busting fast enough for him.
And guess where the camera you're recording all this on was made, sir?
I thought the same thing. I was like, dude, that camera was not made.
Not in Ohio by our union men and women, dude.
Dude, the last piece of electronics America made was Zenith televisions.
Exactly. We had one of those in the 70s. That shit was gone.
This is a tough motherfucker here. It's done now. God damn it. And I'm just starting. I'm gonna tear up some more shit. And don't forget, I'm coming to a neighborhood near you. And we're gonna gather up your Chinese shit and destroy it.
So I'm like, okay, it's a shtick, right? He's destroying some Chinese stuff around his house. It's a shtick. His next video, he is legitimately over at his neighbor's house.
All right, I done made my way to the neighbor's house now, and I'm in his shed. And I'm gonna do
His neighbor comes home and is like,
they home?
What are you doing there, Bob? I'm gonna beat all your Chinese shit. It's like, well, I kind of needed this shit in my shed, dude.
to the neighbor's house now, and I'm in his shed. And I'm gonna tear up some of his Chinese shit for him. Check this shit out. See this? It's some Chinese I found this in the damn shed. See that? And we just getting started. Check this out. I found some more Chinese pottery.
Dude, this guy's got it in for Chinese pottery.
He does. I love how he carries his own soundtrack around with him like he's in Saturday Night Fever.
I didn't catch on to that.
Rage Against the Machine. Oh, man, he's carrying a boombox around on his shoulder. He got a baseball bat in one hand. This guy rules, man.
Joe in Vegas,
this fucker on the show.
You're on the Laszlo show.
You mean to tell me the last thing that was made in the United States was a Zenith television? That's electronic?
It's got to be, dude. Come on.
It's horrible, man.
I know, dude.
Fucking A.
Zenith TVs were shit. They were shit. There's a reason that we don't make televisions anymore.
We got a major problem right now, and it's scary, man. It's really fucking scary.
So you're saying we should make some televisions again? Is that what you're saying?
We should make everything, Laszlo. Everything. We don't make anything.
I'm with you, dude.
We do make one thing, and that is
and the debt we take on the fucking books, it's ridiculous. And then we pay interest on the money we borrow.
Oh,
it's a never-ending story.
The amount of money that we borrowed from China to finance the war is disgusting. They own our fucking assholes. They own us. It's disgusting. Special guest on the show, the gentleman that made these videos. His YouTube name is Wall Street Pro 2. And sir, we just listened to the video of you over at your neighbor's shed.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that one there was pretty wild.
Was your neighbor home?
Yeah, well, yeah, actually, yeah, he didn't really mind.
So
it's just a bunch of bullshit in there anyway. You know what I'm saying? Which y'all could probably tell that if y'all seen it.
Well, but so you went over to him and you said, "By the way, I've had a few drinks. I've got a boombox with Rage Against the Machine, and I'm gonna tear up some shit in your shed."
Well, yeah, I mean, I had to smoke a joint with him, but other than that, it was all good. Yeah, he didn't mind.
I do like in these videos, you're angry and you're screaming and wielding a baseball bat, but on your shirt, it says, "Pot makes me smile."
Yeah, I picked that up there at Myrtle Beach when I went down there.
So how did you get started with these things? And it sounds like YouTube has pulled some of them down. Is that true?
Well, yeah, they shut down my first account. I guess some people had flagged it. And I had like three, I guess what you call suspensions or whatever, and the 3 warnings or whatever. And then finally, yeah, they just completely shut it down.
What? Because you're destroying stuff in your own house and cursing?
Well, yeah, and I guess plus I was talking about some of these people like Obama and Rahm Emanuel. I guess maybe somebody took offense to that or something.
Oh, I'm sure some liberal douche took offense to it.
I'm sure no Chinese people got upset.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I'm sure some Chinese people probably. Yeah.
So you just opened up a new account and kept trucking.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, because the subscribers kept piling on, so that basically kept me motivated.
Move.
So people are enjoying it, and it's kind of like therapy for me, instead of me raging all the time at my girlfriend or I can just kind of focus it toward the computer, whereas evidently they
It's good, bro.
where she's sick of hearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to do Odyssey right now. I was just playing around with Beastmaster, yo.
And so when we were just wondering, you're upset at all these Asian-made things. However, you didn't bust the camera that you were recording your video with.
Right. Yeah. Well, see, it's on my laptop, so I can't really bust that.
Right. So now some of your new videos. What's the biggest video that you've done? Because it's hard to tell when your YouTube account gets shut down. Because we had a video that was pulled it was up near 10,000 people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I was doing. It's pretty high, yo. You know what I'm saying, yo? It's easy to. The only one thing I do say is really easy to pull more mobs than you can handle.
35,000. I mean, that thing had like, it must have went viral or something because it had like 60,000 views before they shut it
I
down.
mean, this is only my second day, so you know what I'm saying.
That was pretty much the biggest one, I guess.
And you have coined a whole new term. Google it on YouTube.
Yeah, Google and mud pies and shit on YouTube. Yeah.
Did you hear our show when we talked about you?
Yeah.
Wow, you got some reach, man.
And has anyone approached you about doing a book or being on like a cable show or anything like that?
No, I don't think it's really gotten that.
You see, I'm listening to that crazy ass show again, yo.
Deal, be scared because I mean, some of the stuff I say, I don't know if these damn global elitists will send the black car envoy to my house. You know what I mean?
Well, you got a baseball bat. You can protect yourself.
Yeah, and you strike me as a guy that has firearms.
No, I don't have no firearms. I don't. I'm a felon, so I can't really.
So you can't even vote.
Like that.
This is kind of what we're looking at. We're not done yet. Those are upgrades, so now I can pick up the guns and shit, and they don't hit the mobs yet. And this is just a small stage. And you see, I made a 1-up, and this is an invincibility, so it lasts for 5 seconds.
You know, breaking in and shit like that. You know, but it was when I was younger. You know, like I was like 14, 16.
Wow. You mean breaking into your neighbor's shed? Something like that?
No, all I had to do was smoke a
Okay, I just wanted to show you that, yo.
You got him high.
Yeah, until he sobered up and his whole shed was smashed.
Yeah, no shit. Because I smacked the hell out of that fish, man. That was pretty good.
Yeah, you missed it, dude. There was a mounted fish he beat the fuck out of. How could that mounted fish have been from China?
Yeah, I want some shit, yo. Hold up, let me see if I can show you something else real quick, yo. Where's it at? Not this. This. You see what that? You know what that is?
What's the new rant of the moment? What do you got for us? Talking about buying gold, or what's the deal?
No, it's basically just, more about this fucking corrupt ass government, and just basically, the part that pisses me off is, they keep expanding, the government expanding. And Congress has done spent $1.2 trillion in the last 50 days. That's $1 billion an hour.
Yeah, and I hear that you want to, on that, we just played one of your videos, you want that money sent to you and you're going to hire everybody.
Well, yeah, I mean, fuck, if you're getting $1 billion an hour, hell, I mean, why?
How is my number 62, 61, and 62 just went?
I mean, you got tent cities popping up everywhere.
That's correct, sir. The stage that I showed you is
Oh yeah, tea parties. I
right here.
A 5-year-old today. What are you talking about?
I studied the map for Metroid.
I think the last one I heard about was in Boston.
And I might buy these, yo. 3D Max Jordans, yo, so I can throw them in the game and shit, yo. Oh shit. Okay, let's get busy.
But yeah, I'll tell you, tea parties are popping up. People are getting pissed, and that's what we got to put the fear in these people. I mean, they basically they think they're fucking royalty or some shit, and we're like goddamn animals. I mean, I don't even understand how they even get voted in there, and we need to set a term on how long they.
How you been, Mo?
Congress and Senate. I mean, because once they get in there, it seems like they're in there for a whole fucking life. I mean, I've seen fuckers in there that could barely walk. You know what I mean? No, I mean, shit.
That's true. Old Ted Kennedy Puddinhead was having seizures during the inauguration dinner.
Yeah. Fucking brain cancer and shit. I mean, these people are outdated.
Yes, I do agree.
I agree too.
They get entrenched in there, and before we let you go, you recommend people buy gold. So what are you just going to stick a gold brick or some ingots under your mattress?
Well, I mean, really, the only reason I mentioned that was because the chart, ever since, like, say, last November, and it took me a while. I was just kind of, and I was actually a little bit late on the deal, to be quite honest with you, but I believe it's just consolidating in here. It's going to make another run. I mean, they keep printing all this money. We're going to have runaway inflation with these damn, $3.6 billion deficit next year.
I haven't played in a while, yo. I've been playing. Oh shit. I forgot something.
Fuck.
Are you gonna buy a gold brick?
Nah, well, basically, I just mean gold, basically, because like to barter with, for food or whatever. Basically, silver might be something better, because it's cheaper or whatever.
So now, are you prepared for the apocalypse, sir?
Well, yeah, I mean, starting to get that way. I got like a couple 100-pound bags of rice and beans and shit.
But you got no rifle to defend yourself, because someone's gonna come take your fucking rice.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, you're exactly right. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. You're pretty good with that baseball bat. You were fucking shit up.
I know. I wish I could have made a video of what I did with that bat before I tore it in half, because I'm sure you can see it was torn in half. I beat the hell out of all kinds of shit for it. I wish I could have made videos of that.
And at one point, you hung a television or something.
Yeah, that was just like a little CD, like kind of like one of those things that goes in the headrest of a car, like a little DVD. And there's another one that has a bigger screen, but she won't let me find that one. And I asked her, I was like, "Where's that at? Oh, you ain't getting that one." She was pissed when she saw that part. She didn't mind me beating that frog down, but she got pissed when she seen that part.
What frog, sir?
Well, there's a frog, I think,
Okay.
that part in that video where I hung
Come on. Switch weapons. Okay.
It's not worried about animal crew.
No, it's electronic.
Oh,
Dude,
damn, I pulled
burning
4 of them, yo.
toys in a pile in the backyard.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, your
Oh,
neighbors
boy.
must think you are batshit.
You just...
They don't really fuck with me, to be honest.
Yeah, well, who would? All right, we'll plug your the website if you want to go to
how does this go?
his YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube,
Okay, I gotta get used to my macros and shit. I haven't played in a while, yo.
Wall Street has one
Well, a
L,
few,
so
like them days be going by and shit.
and you've got a bunch of videos up there. But thanks for coming on the show, man.
Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for having me.
You brought us a bunch of laughs, and hopefully YouTube won't take your videos down.
Yeah, hopefully not. So far, it's been strange.
Come on. Let's get this done quickly.
So far, it's all good.
I'm gonna collect all the Chinese shit I got in my house and send it to you.
Yeah, hey, send it to me. Hey, well, damn sure. What I really want is some of those plates that has Obama's face on it.
Oh, boy.
Those plates. I want to bust up some of those.
Dude, if you do that, the Secret Service will be in your shit.
You go for it.
Yeah.
You go for it.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, hey, you guys have a great weekend, man. I appreciate you having me on there.
All right, man. Take care.
You do the same.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I really need to get on that piano too, yo. Cause I got some stuff that's festering in my head, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying, dude?
If he admitted doing the frog, there ain't no way she's coming home with a cat.
What was it? It was electronic.
It was electronic frog.
All right.
He said, dude, it's not an animal cruelty video. And I've told you twice that it was electronic.
Right. Real frogs don't come from China in this country.
Right, exactly. No, except the ones that stow away on freighters and then get into our ponds and kill all the fish.
That's true.
What was that one fish that crawls from pond to pond on land?
They always have some crazy name.
They've got some fucked up animals in Asia, dude.
Dude, no. And then you ever get on the subway and they've got that poster warning about this Asian longhorn beetle is killing everything in its path.
It's wiping out entire forests.
I know, dude.
How was it? It was evidently content when it was over there.
Yeah.
And then it comes over here and just I'm in America now. I'm gonna start fucking everything up.
Exactly. We need to unleash this dude with his baseball bat on that shit.
I'm gonna tell you something about the Asian longhorn beetle.
I fuck it up.
I fuck it up. Come in here, it done burrowed a hole in my tree.
You know what's scary though is you're right. I agree with everything that guy is saying.
Seriously.
Every damn thing he's saying.
Right. We should do a quick break. We've got a bunch of stuff coming up. Obviously, the Madam Kristen Davis is going to be here in about 20 minutes. We got Matt the Marine in the other room. Remember Matt the Marine?
Yeah, sure.
Might say hello to him. I've got a bunch of other audio to get to. Speaking of Asians, this
I think I still won the chest
Asian
by the
sex fetish that came along
by the
that really freaked me out.
oh gods.
Also, Jim
I'm not
Cramer,
going for
who
that.
Reed really loves.
Who loves that guy? Nobody loves
What
that
a
guy.
piece of garbage. We've got some audio of him getting his ass handed to him. And also a compilation of things that people have seen Jesus in. This is The Laszlo Show.
Saturday Night Virus.
The Laszlo Show.
People coming in here saying stuff. Laszlo Show, episode 40. Midlife crisis episode. A lot of people in the studio drinking. Where's your Guinnesses, dude?
I didn't have any yet.
Dude, you got to start drinking.
I gotta start drinking.
Yeah, I don't. Dude, I spend $50 on beer every
Dude,
show.
you know I'm a fucking pothead. Okay? supply me with some fucking pot.
Yeah, it's sad. He was reduced to drinking sake at dinner. That's when
he never drinks before.
He does. I'm saying Wayne was.
I know, but
I wanted a little something. I'm gonna have a beer. I just haven't had time to go to the fridge lately, and I went to the men's room.
The website, lazlow.com. Reed, I was just on the road for 2 weeks. Did a little tour, media tour.
Let's go for it. I'm probably going to get caught, though.
Hitting morning shows in every city. It was good times, good times. Oh, he only does Guinness in a can, sir. Well, yeah, he's a can kind of guy.
Attack the goddamn mimic, man. I got all year.
Thank you, though, sir. Calling an intern, sir.
Exactly.
But yeah, so Grand Theft Auto 4: The Lost and Damned came out. It's the downloadable mission pack game.
Sold 1 million.
It has done very well. It's the highest selling Microsoft download in history, and it's a whole new game set inside the GTA 4 world with new characters, new missions, and so I was doing this media tour, showing it to different radio stations, and did morning shows in San
Come
Francisco,
on, goddamn.
and Vegas, and I took this guy
Are you
from
fucking
our
serious?
London office with us.
Yes,
and
kill me.
He had
Hurry
never
up.
seen America, and I come out of a 7-Eleven in Vegas, and he's like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "That's a big gulp."
I do A because there's more boxes.
Big gulp, and I was like, "This ain't even the biggest one. This is only the 44-ounce one." And I said, "There's a 64-ounce big gulp." He was floored. I go, "Dude, Americans don't get this fat by eating salad.
Right.
We're on a mission here.
It ain't easy.
I need a gallon of corn syrup."
That's the thing, man. That blood aggro is so long, yo. In distance, I think we're good now.
You go to Europe for like 2 days and you come back here, and a big gulp looks like the greatest thing ever because they don't have shit like that. Because for some reason they don't have ice over there.
Yeah, it's true.
Why not?
It was fucked up. But so I was in Vegas, and they've got that roller coaster at the New York.
Oh, I love that thing.
Yeah, it was good times. But I was in line with this fat metalhead dude that was behind us, and he's calling his buddy, "Dude, I've been fucking drinking all day." And he's like, and people are on their mobile phone, they can't really tell how loud they're being. Yeah. He's like, "And we smoked some pot 10 minutes ago. I'm really fucking high." He's like screaming this to the whole fucking thing. So we're about to get on the fucking roller coaster, and they pause. Who's vibrating?
That's me.
Yeah.
Maybe you stop it.
It's stopped. Everyone.
So is our guest here? Maybe she didn't get your message. Hey, send one of the fools down there for the guest. So I'm waiting to get on the fucking roller coaster, and they won't let us get on. And they bring this fat woman out and wedge her into one of the seats. But the safety harness, she's so fat, she's got such a big fat head, the safety harness won't come down and lock. So now she's stuck in this motherfucking thing, and we're all standing there drunk wanting to get on the fucking roller coaster.
Oh, this is horrible,
yo.
yo.
They pry her ass out, saying you can't ride this because you're too fat. And then what happened? Everybody laughed at her.
Oh, no.
It was so fucking uncomfortable.
How long until she files a lawsuit? That's the kind of shit that people sue for.
That's the thing. America needs a roller coaster for fat people. It really does. Fat people deserve roller coasters as well.
Dude, have you ever sat next to a fat person on a roller coaster? When they have that one bar and they pull it down, and when it reaches their waist, there's still like a 1.5 feet between you and your waist, and so you're sliding all around like hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, but how about when you're on a fucking plane and they ask for the seatbelt extender?
Oh, Jesus.
I've never seen that.
Oh, this was the best.
Dude, I've seen a double seatbelt extender.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did they pay for 2 seats?
No,
that's the worst part.
That's the thing, and they want to put the armrest up. It's like, no, you're not putting the armrest
Dude, in
up.
coach, there's no armrest.
Yo, Moo, do you hear this shit? This shit is horrible, man. Only.
Did somebody go downstairs to get our guest?
My wife's stomach.
So did you get to ride the roller coaster? Or no?
I did. Well, and the best bit was this guy
Slime.
from London,
Huh.
from Rockstar London. Hugh, he's afraid of heights, but I got him drunk and then got him on the roller coaster. He was having a panic attack on, when it's doing that.
Yeah.
He started freaking the fuck out. And the fat metalhead in the back started screaming, "Yeah!" And so I scream out, "Dokken!" He goes, "Fuck yeah!" And I just start yelling out metal bands, "Winger!"
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good time. Then I went over
Right,
to London.
these things don't blood aggro, right? The moose, the slime, right?
Retard on the BBC. You also cannot say the word crap. You have to say rubbish. I mean, every time I said something, they would, excuse me, Laszlo, you can't say that. It was insane.
Do they got a delay over there for that, or is it just
everything is pre-taped ever since the Russell Brand incident?
Okay.
They are. They
Candace,
freaked
where you
the
going,
fuck
honey?
out.
Wow. So were they super proper? What kind of questions were they asking you?
You know what's weird? They're obsessed with American radio because we can get away with so much more than they can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
obsessed.
Hmm.
It was weird, but I did learn some new words for retard while there, including spacker, window licker,
that one I knew.
downy, and then a mom
Let
has
me come back that
a
way.
retarded child. They call her vagina a downy factory.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, and a new one that I heard used in a pub was twunt. It's twat and cunt together. Good
Brutal.
times. Yeah. Good times.
Can you say wanker still?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think that's super dirty over there.
It's so weird though, because the bars there close at 11 o'clock. The pubs.
Yeah.
They make them close at 11 because the Brits would drink all night.
Yeah, and they have tits on page 3 of the newspaper.
Dude,
but you
I
can't see wanker on the radio.
I couldn't say the word crap on the BBC,
Yeah.
but you go into any
Okay.
convenience
I
store.
see
and
what
there's
I see what's
porn.
got to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, exactly.
Like
Yes.
the kids could get.
I don't care.
Yeah. But lads, and those pubs at 11 o'clock, when I was there, you were allowed to buy, at 11 o'clock, you could buy as many fucking beers as you wanted.
Yeah, that's right.
And they didn't kick you out till you drank if you ordered 8 beers, they were on the bar, they got even warmer than they were, but you were there till you finished your 8 beers.
Yeah, that place is out of control, man.
And a lot of the pubs I was in, the actual people that own the pub live like in the back.
Yeah, it's true.
You been?
Yeah, sure, a bunch. And you know what's messed up? You know, because the bars close so early that people go straight after work. They don't have dinner.
Yes.
They drink like 57 beers, and people drink so much there that they have to set up mobile hospitals on the sidewalk because so many people are like falling down dead.
Dude, I have never seen so much vomit on the fucking sidewalk.
And these girls are like 19 years old and just puking in the gutter, man. It's a wonderful place.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And there's no guns.
No.
So in fact, there was one guy who moved from America to over there, and I guess he left some stuff in storage for too long, and they started to auction it off, and they found a 22. And the guy got 5 years in jail.
Wow.
For it. Because you're not you cannot have
you can't possess or own a handgun.
Right.
No. If you want to kill someone, you got to stab them over
That's
there.
the thing.
Yeah.
And people told me don't. I was in sort of like Piccadilly Circus, which is their Times Square.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
People were like, the cab driver's like, oh, you don't want to be walking around here at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? And he's like, stabbings. Like nobody has guns, but everybody's flashing a blade, like it's a fucking 1970s.
My man told me that too, yo. My man who lives out in the UK. He says he lives in an area where people don't have guns and shit.
It really freaked me
and
out.
that motherfucker be stabbing people up and it's
Good
crazy,
times,
yo.
though. And when I went to Vegas, I went back to the gun store.
You did.
I shot I've now been there 3 times. This time because I had to take the guy from England because he'd never shot a gun. He was so excited. I set him up with a chain-fed M60. It was awesome. And then...
He said gangs are just as crazy, but they don't got guns, and so
it's like me in
they
bed.
just cutting people up in baseball bat. His hood, he live like I said, he live out there in the UK, Hey, yo, shit is real where that motherfucker live, yo.
Which is like the big 50 caliber handgun.
Yeah.
And
that's what I like about New York, yo. If people got beef with you,
and I shot
they
it
just
with
blow
one
your
hand,
brains
and
out. You know what I'm saying?
I
Boom, it's
sprained
over.
my
You know
wrist.
what I'm saying? You got to worry
It was
about all
the
that
most
bullshit.
powerful-
You know what I'm saying?
What? Why not?
Because you could really hurt yourself with that.
Yeah.
You go in
but
these
the
other
big redneck
places,
guy at
you
the
got
gun store was
natural
like, "Hey, you
disasters
wanna be a
and
real
shit trying to
man?"
kill you.
Exactly. Shoot it with one
Motherfuckers
fucking
want to
hand.
stab
Actually
you up.
fuck the
Nah,
gun up,
man,
too, 'cause
just
it could
bang
jam.
bang. That's it. Hit me in the
And,
head.
it could actually damage the gun
That's
if you
it.
don't if you don't brace yourself correctly.
All I know is it knocked me on my ass.
Those things are so loud too, man. Even though you have the ear
I hate
covers,
this
the
floor,
things
yo.
are so loud.
Well, I brought my own hearing protection and then put theirs on top of it because last
No
time,
shit.
well, dude,
I know. Yeah, it's
those earmuff thing or whatever they give you, they do nothing.
No, they don't. But the question is, which target did you choose? Because they have a whole bunch. They have a whole wall of things that you can shoot at, including a suicide bomber. I remember, right, Laszlo? And
a suicide bomber, and then a black gentleman,
right? And then a woman is one of them too.
and then a black gentleman raping a woman,
Yeah.
and you have to shoot.
Yeah,
You have to shoot the black dude, but not the woman.
it's pretty awesome.
And of course, there's the obligatory Bin Laden.
Yeah.
Fuck it, yeah, let's go for it.
And I remember the first time I went to that place, they had a full-size map of Iraq
God
on the
damn
wall.
it. How many
on
times
the
I gotta
wall
press that?
With pins in it that represented different deployments. They were tracking like troop movements. I was like, these guys are fucking hardcore. And they had a sticker
Yeah, I know, I got 'em
outside,
behind me.
last November that said, or no, it's October, said if above the trash can said, if you vote for Obama, you might as well put your gun in here. I'll dig that up in a bit and give it to you.
There's one more on this floor. Let's hope it's
Maybe
not
we
a
should do a break.
fucking
We've got,
mimic and
Kristen
shit,
Davis
yo.
here.
Yeah.
This
God
is,
damn it,
I'm pretty
the
excited
phone.
about this. Mostly excited because Reed booked a guest.
Thought I'd do something special for the 40th.
You know, you said that before, but could you imagine if you applied yourself on show number 1, where would we today?
You weren't around on show number 1.
I can't. Well, then I may not even be here at all if you didn't not produce guests of shows 1 to 5.
Now you're here because Alex works for a major sports team.
Oh, yeah.
And they and he cracked the mic on the first show, and they called him on his cell phone and said, "You are not going to be on this show." And I was like, "Who do we get?" And then I was like, "What an idiot I am! Why didn't I call Wayne?" And then after Wayne's first show, Reed threatened to quit.
I wonder why.
So true.
I'll never. I was thinking about this last week, Reed, as you looked me stone cold in the face and you said, "This is not the kind of radio show I want to do."
I remember you telling me that.
Oops. Yeah, I wasn't.
It's all right.
It was. You know what it was, dude? You really unleashed on that albino.
Yes, I did unleash, but it was for the comedy of the show. And what did he say? The questions I asked him, I didn't hold back. He answered. It's people like you that walk around and just talk about him behind his back.
I saw recently, speaking of albinos, that there's a huge thing in Africa that if you have an albino baby, you have to hide it because people will chop it to pieces, and it's good luck if you have a piece of an albino person, like a finger or a leg. I was like, no wonder 25% of these motherfuckers have AIDS.
Yes.
Chopping up albinos? I run when I see an albino. I'm like, no pigment.
Oh, God.
Crazy hamster eyes. I wonder if we have any albino listeners.
Oh, God.
866-969-1969 if you're an albino. 866-969-1969. This is the Laszlo Show, the website, lazlow.com. Every show we do, we post it up on the website for a while, so you can go back. I think there's like 3 or 4 up there right now. But coming up next, we will have Kristen Davis. This is the Laszlo Show.
Saturday Night Virus.
Wait, yo, you see, if I listen to this shit enough, right? It's going to influence my radio, you know, when I do the Win
Laszlo
Sands
Show,
radio for
episode
my
40.
game, yo.
We call it the Midlife Crisis episode, though Reed and I are not 40.
Not yet.
Wayne's prostate is about 110.
Let me
very
tell you
excited to have
that
a
Win
guest
Sands radio, that shit got to
this
be,
evening,
you know, really
tonight.
next level, homie.
It's kind of newsworthy.
It is
Tornado
newsworthy.
ain't playing games with y'all.
And we've actually booked a female, which is nice.
Also a first for us.
Because normally it's just us and our creepy comedian friends.
Sounds boring. We need some chicks.
We try. Nobody will come on. You're the first.
We did have 2 chicks in bikinis that wrestled, and not like fake wrestled, like really sort of beat each other up, which was pretty.
Did the bikinis come off?
Yes, they did, and somebody who doesn't know how to operate a digital camera took a picture of the lovely woman's nether regions, and it came out all blurred and fucked.
Yes.
You're fired. That's it. As Donald Trump would say. How do you miss that shot?
So there was an article about you in
Probably
was
not
it
a good idea,
Penthouse?
Mo. You know that, right?
Sure.
Is
There's
this-
a great article in Penthouse. It's beautiful.
And you know, I was concerned
never
because
mind.
this picture, you look amazing, and I was like, I wonder what she's gonna look like in real life. Amazing.
Yes.
She's fantastic.
Well, we should say who she is.
I'm sorry. I'm just sort of stunned. She's not wearing much. Kristen Davis, you worked in the New York area here as a madam,
I did.
and you've had very famous clients over the years.
Sure. Heads of state, kings, princes, governors, current governors.
See, I always wonder that if you're a king, why are you? Don't you have all women around you all
You
the
need
time? Why do
bitches if you're a king.
I know. Well, that's true.
These particular kings, I think, have multiple wives, so maybe that gets boring and they want something else.
Is that right?
That is.
That's crazy.
Plus, you come to another country, you know, and it's like, ooh, American girls.
So, when you were in California for a while. Now, but you didn't operate out there with your own business, did you?
I did. I operated in L.A. and San Francisco.
Wow. And so you thought, well, it's time. Did the heat come on, and you needed to move to New York? Or?
Yeah, I get more of the hard shit, the ones I got to struggle for.
It was in New York. Maybe
I'm
not
gonna
so
come back
much
for
now
that one,
after
just in
Madoff.
case, you know.
Nobody has money, but
yeah, I bet you the prostitution business has gone down. Like the high-end prostitution business, guys can't afford it.
it may have decreased. But I mean, it's not the type of business where you suffer really in a recession. You get taken out of business. You don't go out of business. There's a difference.
But your most famous client was Governor Elliot Spitzer, right?
That's been known.
Yeah, right, exactly. So that's how people have heard about you in the news.
It was a damn shame. He railed against Grand Theft Auto games because they had prostitutes in them.
Yeah, it's always those guys. It's always the biggest hypocrites out there, man.
It's always the guy who's head of the biggest Christian organization that's like off like smoking meth with a boy toy.
Thanks a lot, Rush Limbaugh, who has a garage full of OxyContin, you know, bastard. I hate those hypocritical bastards.
I know.
David Vitter in Louisiana.
Right? Second Family. I mean, what are you thinking?
Exactly.
Now, so your phone was tapped, correct?
I think everything in my life was tapped.
It's so creepy.
All of my girls ratted me out.
Bitches.
Yeah, bitches, because in our country it's very interesting. You have two types of grand jury indictments. One is done when you're charged with a crime, and then you actually get to go be a part of your grand jury and actually have some sort of defense. And then they can indict you in secret. And you have no idea what they know about you or have on you, and that's how I was arrested. I'd already been proven guilty by a grand jury of my peers, and I was arrested already being indicted, which is much more difficult to get out of. So
weird.
But you have your choice. You
That
take
shit
the plea
sucks
agreement,
when you get
take
stunned
the trial.
on the
If
way
you
out.
Take your plea, you will never know who did what against you. You'll never know what evidence you have.
And so that's what happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know.
Not a clue.
Because I could have saved my perfect
seeing
dodge.
The people closest to me were not arrested, and traditionally in cases like that, they are.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't, you know, I don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure out who was in on it and who wasn't.
And you have a book out. It's called The Manhattan Madam: Sex, Drugs, Scandal, and Greed Inside America's Most Successful Prostitution Ring. So you did have the most successful prostitution ring?
Sure. I mean, there are 10,000 plus clients. These are the who's who of the entertainment world, of the business world, of the political world. Yeah.
How do you recruit a new woman to become a lady of the night? I mean, what do you say to her? Do you like?
It's easy. It's just like picking up it's easy for me because I'm not threatening. So I do like picking up a chick at a bar. You know, I just wait for the opportune time. I scope her out. I make sure she looks like somebody I want to talk to once I'm interested.
I do the same thing, but when I get to the part do you want to fuck for money and give half to me, they always go, throw a drink in my face.
Well, no woman likes to work for men, number one. So you already kind of thrown yourself out of that arena. But I don't go quite like that. I say, you know, so what do you do for work? I'm a model, I'm an actress, blah, blah, blah. I just moved here from Kansas, Arkansas, and I'm like, how's that going for you? Oh, not so well, you know. New York is expensive. You know, that's your key right there. Ding, ding, ding. Sure, would you like to make extra money? I can make you like, I don't know, 10 grand a week.
I'm ready.
Pretty much no one says no, because I'm non-threatening. I'm not much older than them. I'm attractive. I go with attractive women, so they think, wow, like these girls are living the high life. You know, I want to live the high life too.
$10,000 a week some of them are making.
Sometimes some of them make that a night.
Wow.
So how do you decide how much they make a night? Is it how hot they are, how good they are? How do you decide?
Sort of twofold. Certain girls, you know, have set price ranges based on looks, appearance. Education is also important.
Education?
Of course. I mean, some of the clients want to talk. If you're a politician, you might want to talk to them.
You got any PhDs?
I had a few.
That's crazy. You think you get a PhD, you don't have to sell your booty?
I mean, you would think, yeah. And Elliot Spitzer didn't want to talk. He wanted to strangle the girl. That's what I read.
Are you serious?
That's what I read.
And it drives me crazy that our government spends so much money on this kind of shit, victimless crimes, It's just like
I don't get it.
And do you know my bail? My initial bail, they asked for the same amount as Madoff, $10 million for promoting prostitution.
that guy fucked kindergartens, old Jewish people.
I know.
Half of America is broke. Where did that fool take his money? Where did it go?
He bankrupted Holocaust charities, and we're still like, let him. He's living in a $7 million penthouse, for Christ's sake.
And I heard he's already belly aching about how horrible prison is.
Yeah, no, tough life. Speaking of,
Yeah, he's been there 2 days. I was there for 4 months.
You were in Rikers.
I was in.
Did you ever make a shank?
No, I was taught how. I did not make one. I was
Really?
also taught how to make hair dye, how to
3
make
minutes, Mo.
burritos out of Dorito chips.
Okay, there's a box
and
there,
beef jerky,
which looks like it
which
should
is
be
very
easy to
interesting
get
process. It was on a lot of interesting things there in Rikers Island.
It was rough in there. I've met some of those people coming out of there, and they will beat my ass, man. Some of these women are.
You were in general population?
No, I was in general population for a short time, and then I was moved to solitary confinement.
What'd you do?
You know what?
For
it
your
was
own protection,
It was
right?
for my own protection because my bail was $2 million. It got low. They asked for 10. We negotiated down to the whopping sum of $2 million.
Wow,
That's just crazy to me.
I know. But you're free now, right? You're basically.
I got time served and 5 years probation and forfeiture of all of my assets.
Oh, fuck me in the ass, Mo.
So then Bernie Madoff isn't his like? Are they selling anything off? I'm like, hello.
I mean,
the thing,
don't
what
do
happened to
that
Elliot
literally.
Spitzer?
I
Nothing,
mean, just
basically, right?
Nothing.
use it as an expression.
Nothing. Not even a fine.
It might hurt.
He's got his own radio show, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Does he really?
And the hurting me is the part that I'm kind of concerned with.
Consulting, and nothing really happened to him.
His family has
wife's-
big money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh,
own
that's
like
true.
half the real estate in New York or something like that. They own a bunch of buildings.
It's just, I mean, at any point were you like, when you were on the, now you knew it was him, right? I mean,
I knew it was him when one of the girls was walking down the street and called me up and said, "Hey, that client you just hooked me up with is actually on the cover of the Post, the governor." And I met him numerous times years prior as Attorney General.
Okay, this is probably
So-
just.
Well, you
I mean,
met
I'm going to
A
die
number of
anyway,
times.
right?
so
So,
you
can we
you were
find
doing
another
Attorney
chest
General
somewhere?
things with him, or what?
Like,
It was when
really?
he was Attorney General. He used to. We started out initially in a very high-end apartment. I moved us
where
out
the
of
fuck
there.
is
I
another
kept
chest?
that apartment for myself, and he wanted to continue.
You see
going
this? I'm
there 'cause
trying
it was
to-
nice and
Oh
discreet.
well. Oh,
And so
It's
he
over.
used to. I used to
Oh,
let
so
him
this-
use the spare room there, and a lot of times the girls would run late. I'd open the door. It would be the client, not
That's
the girl.
insane,
so
yo.
I'd have to be like, okay, well, why don't you sit down? I'll get you some water, some soda, some wine.
Right.
Keep him company until the model gets there.
How's the budget going?
Yeah, well, I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know who he was. He was Attorney General then. He used a different name. You know, he just looked like our average kind of client. So
How do these people think they're not going to get
That's
caught?
what I don't understand. They're so well known, and there was another part in your book that I was reading about that you went to some Oscar-winning actor's house, and he had 4 or 5 girls in a hot tub, and he was
oh yeah,
pouring
that one
champagne.
is. Yeah, you know who he is.
No, I don't. Who is it?
No,
No,
but
I
I can't
don't,
say
actually.
that. I
How-
can't say that, but
would I
definitely
know?
like you walk into his house and there's no way that you cannot know who this man is, and you're like, sad, pitiful day here, like just like throwing up on him. I mean,
Oh, really?
you know, when you look up to someone and you're like, oh man, I can't even take you seriously at this point.
Wow. Yeah. Give us a hint.
Can't.
Was it De Niro?
It's in that realm.
I think it's Nicholson, dude. Nicholson's
Yeah,
a
that's what I was
fucking
gonna say.
lush.
He looked like he would probably have 5 girls in a hot tub with him.
You always see pictures of him on TMZ with a huge gut and just hot chicks around him that you know
Yeah.
are paid.
Well, that's the thing. I was also reading in your book, you said that most of the clients, which I would imagine are pretty gross, like if 65-year-old sultans or whatever that have yachts. But, I mean, how did the girls
my man,
put that
Big
aside and do certain things with them?
I mean, they're not all gross. A lot
Yeah.
of them are in their, 40 to 50 range. They're like the CEOs of, major corporations. They're interesting. They're dressed
oh,
well.
I got the
they
instant
treat the
whoop
women
by
well.
accident. Oops.
So, these are also women that maybe aren't used to getting treated so well. So for them, that's part of the allure.
And so, what are some of the weirder things that dudes wanted? I mean, obviously, Spitzer had a problem wearing a bag, which, I mean, that seems crazy to me.
That seems crazy.
Because what happens when his wife goes, hey, by the way, I've got chlamydia?
Yeah. Yeah, that is insane. Obviously the girls had to say no to that, right?
That's up to their discretion.
Oh,
That
I
is
see,
up
yeah.
to them. I said to them, I would like you to be as safe as humanly possible, but whatever you do is on you. It's not, I'm not going to dictate I even told them you don't have to have sex with the clients if you don't want to. It's kind of up to you. However the session goes, if you can hustle your way out of not having sex with them, more power to you.
Yeah. Bob Kelly told me that the prostitutes down in Rio de Janeiro or whatever, that he said if you bang them in the back door, you won't catch AIDS. So it said you don't have to wear a condom. I said you are out of your mind.
You're more likely that way, aren't you?
You are out of your mind.
You heard that? You don't have to wear condoms if you do it in the
very
bunkie.
clean. It's like,
Yeah.
That's just so bizarre to me.
But that's like a different type of prostitution. When you go to the
Right.
high end, these girls were being taken to like John George and to like the $1,000 meals, and they're being given gifts.
I'm just telling you what the man on the radio said, okay?
$20,000 for their
Okay,
birthdays.
he's trying to tell
and,
you
like,
something. This is educational,
this is
brother.
a whole like other realm of stuff that even I didn't think
I'll play this
existed
so
or was
y'all can learn
imaginable,
something, okay?
fathomable for somebody to spend that amount of money.
If it's in the
And so
bunkie,
how-
no condom, no
how did
problem,
the money
okay?
come to you?
A lot of it on credit card.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I read that too, that some of the people use their actual credit card, and you would just sit there and look at the credit card and be like, oh, I know who that person is.
Sure, I maintained all of those, and you should all be scared right now.
Yeah, when are you going to unleash hell?
Is it in this book? Or what?
No!
Why are you, I mean, I know the book is awesome because Reed was telling me about it. By the way, it's called The Manhattan Madam, Sex, Drug, Scandal, and Greed Inside America's Most Successful Prostitution Ring.
And you can also check out this beautiful Penthouse article that's out if you want to just get an excerpt and before you buy the book. It's amazing.
What issue of Penthouse?
April 2009.
Yep.
You know what, Wayne was reading Penthouse earlier.
What's the name of this crazy book?
Stuff that even I did. Clients wire them in like $20,000 for their birthdays, and like this is a whole like other realm of stuff that even I didn't think existed or was fathomable for somebody to spend that amount of money.
And so how did the money come to you?
A lot of it on credit card.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I read that too, that some of the people use
Elliot,
their actual
is
credit
that who
card,
we
and you would just
talking
sit there and
about?
look at the
Is
credit
that
card
who
and be like,
she's-
oh, I know who that person is.
Sure, I maintained all of those, and you should all be scared right now.
Yeah, when are you going to unleash hell?
Is it in this book?
Kristen M. Davis.
Why are you? I mean, I know the book is awesome because Reed was telling me about it. By the way, it's called The Manhattan Madam: Sex, Drug, Scandal, and Greed Inside America's Most Successful Prostitution Ring.
And you can also check out this beautiful Penthouse article that's out if you want to just get an excerpt and before you buy the book. It's amazing.
What issue of Penthouse?
April 2009.
Yep.
You know what, Wayne was reading Penthouse earlier. He's like, I haven't seen Penthouse in a while. It's really clean. I was like, what do you mean clean?
Well, because they usually have it at the O&A studios. They have just a bunch of hustlers laying around.
Is the nastiest.
Skanky, you know what I'm saying? At least they keep the women still looking like ladies. You know?
That is
That's
true.
what we like.
So why won't you name names? Are you afraid for your life?
Well, I have a question for you before you go.
Hey.
Is your court proceeding
great.
wrapped up?
It's done.
Thanks,
so
Wayne.
the public can have access to it?
The
Or is it
public,
sealed?
the public
You can
can have
find
access.
out. You can find out everything yourself.
You know what though? There's a gag order on the indictment where all the information is, so that's anything of that nature. But they didn't get my client list because I kind of knew they were coming. So I
How
shredded.
did you know that?
Gut instinct.
Really? Spidey sense?
Yeah, I mean, I just felt like something was going to happen, and so I shredded everything and I uploaded all my information, digitally scanned it, threw it on different websites to have backups.
Cheney style. I love it.
Yeah, it was all high tech.
You know there are some people sweating right now because remember if we know that A-Rod used steroids like 15 years ago, when is some of this stuff going to leak out? You know it's going to leak out.
You know, people are afraid to touch that. I gave 2020 full access to my client records, and they spent months researching these records, and they were supposed to name names. That was the whole point, to expose the hypocrisy behind these like lawmakers and these people using corporate money, and to expose that. And 2 days before the 2020 issue airs, they're like, we're not naming any names now.
Wow, it must be a serious list because somebody at the corporate level was like,
some threatening.
somebody said, if we do this article, if we do this piece, they will come in here and fucking shut our licenses. They'll find a way to fuck us.
But if you have credit card receipts, wouldn't that be proof enough? I mean, that's not even your...
That's true, but it's still a matter of, I think with the economy as bad as it is, nobody wants to take the onus of a potential lawsuit, even just to save face. It's going to cost $50,000 to defend that. So nobody wants to take that risk.
Did you ever, throughout any of this, think I should wire some of this money to the Cayman Islands or?
Of course, I'm
Yo,
a very
Mike.
smart,
Are you here?
smart
Is
girl,
anything
and of
is
course I did that. And
Z-Todd?
the
That shit is probably
problem
packed
with
right now, right? I'm sure.
And of course I had money offshore. Come on now. People are like, how did you not hide your money? And I'm like, look, when they're investigating you for a year, I don't care if you buried your money in your grandmother's backyard. I don't care what you did. If you put it in stuffed animals, they know where your money is. And even if they can't touch it, which to all you criminals out there, you can have money offshore and they cannot touch it. However, when you go to jail, they can basically make one of the requirements of your bail to turn over that money.
Yeah. Well, I can go on beach right
So
now. I
they
mean, that's
knew
what I was
about
going to
the
say.
accounts.
But have
They
you been?
could not
Have
touch
you
them.
been
They
out
could
there
not,
today?
They didn't exactly know how
I was
much
just
was in
assuming
there,
it's going to
but
be
they
a lot
were
of
well
people
aware
out there
because
right
of course
now.
you have to, you can't just go over to the Cayman Islands with like
Oh,
two
fuck, I
suitcases
just wasted
now
a
because of
re-raise. Oh, well.
Customs laws. You can only bring 10,000 in. You have to wire transfer it out, write a check. So there's a paper trail. So they know that there's some sort of offshore account. They've tried to get it. They can't. They took all my safety deposit boxes. Every place I had money hidden, they had gotten it already, except for that, and they wanted that money.
What assholes?
So they gave me 10
Bastards.
days after I got out on $400,000 bill to turn that over.
So they're all up in your fucking
Okay,
grill
what are
about
you?
this
Wait,
shit.
what are y'all at, yo?
But meanwhile, a bunch of jackoffs in suits in Wall Street are fucking us blind, and they're like, let them. This woman over here is making men happy.
Exactly.
That's very true.
Oh, man.
Female clients? You had?
We had a few couples, a lot of couples calls.
Because I read in your book that said you had a lot of top models and actresses who worked for you.
Sure, big names.
Really?
Oh, you and
Big
Abby.
names.
Oh,
models, like well-known models.
Dolce & Gabbana, Buffalo Jeans, Victoria's Secrets.
How much would I have to pay to get a Victoria's Secret model?
How long do you want it for?
6 minutes.
Okay, well you'd have to. Depends on the girl. Could be 2,000 for the hour.
Okay.
And it could be that I tell you she has a 4-hour minimum at 2,000 an hour. So the minimum that she'll go out for is 8,000. If you only want to keep her for 6 minutes, go right ahead. But you still got to pay $8,000.
Does the act depict how much you pay?
No, it's time. It's time.
So basically, I give you the 10 grand. It's whatever I want.
That's correct.
Victoria's
That's why
Secret
it's
models.
10 grand, dude.
Is that what you say? Whatever you want, like.
All 3 holes, all 3 entries.
Oh, man,
Well,
you hear this shit, yo?
She
All
would-
3
you know,
holes.
She would probably have her own take on that, and
So that's up to her.
yeah.
So why are they doing that if they're already rich, I would assume, Victoria's Secret models?
Well, I mean,
Let's try it out.
let's say you just did a Dolce & Gabbana.
I was
Revlon
doing
here,
all right
whatever.
in,
You just did a
um,
campaign. You made
in,
$60,000. After
Rizomja.
agent fees and taxes, you're down to $38,000. And you live in a $6,000 a month New York apartment, and you do $6,000 a month at least of cocaine, and you buy another $6,000 a month of, maybe on the low end, bags and shoes and clothes. So you basically made enough money to support yourself for 2 months. But you can work for me and make $30,000 in 4 days. So why wouldn't you work for me 4 days out of the month, supplement your income?
Yes, I like that.
So when
Cash under the table.
So you were making hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions a year.
Millions of dollars a year.
Millions of dollars a year. Now,
And I paid taxes. I'd like to throw that out there. I
Did you?
pay taxes.
You paid taxes on it.
I 1099 the girls.
What did you
I
say? that you
1099
did?
these fools, and they were complaining.
That's why I didn't get any. That's why my charges weren't like tax evasion or any of these different
Right.
things. That's why it's so appalling that like a Madoff and Sam Israel and all these people, I'm like in the same category as them. It's ridiculous.
Well, what did you say? What did you say on your tax return that you were doing? What was your business?
It was Davis Investments, so it was an investment firm. I figured investing in fun. I mean, come on now.
Well, would it be legal to rent the girls out for their time if they're not having sex with the guys? Is that legal? 'Cause that's
It
what
is legal, but the
Uh-huh.
thing is, it's hard to police. So if they did something, and even if you weren't aware of it, you're still liable. So it's such a gray area that when the people in power decide that they want you, they're going to get you regardless.
I would just be so creeped out about the phone taps and stuff. I mean, because who knows what you were...
Who knows? I know.
What you were talking about.
I know.
Now, did you have did you do any work during this time? Were there people that said, I don't want these girls, I want you?
There were a few, but I didn't ever see them.
So you were just focusing on the business end.
Yeah. I mean, there was a time when I would, if I had the phones, say we were short-staffed, or I had the phones. You know, I used to use my. I have a cold right now, so I kind of sound like I got that Janis Joplin sound right now. But I would use my like perky phone voice to kind of lure them in, and then I would tell them, and then they'd say, "Well, what about you? What about you? Can we meet you?" I'd say, "You know what? You can't afford me." And then they'd laugh, and they'd say, "How much?" And I'm like, "Well, if you spend over X, I'll show up, join your party with but in a non-sexual manner, with like a bottle of champagne." And a lot of times it's the allure, you guys, you want what you can't have. And I tell the girl, I give her a heads up, hey, when you go in there, make sure you tell him that I'm hot, because then he's going to spend $10,000 on you because he wants to meet me. And so each hour he's extending the time until he reaches that mark. And then he's like, okay, can you come over? And I'm sure, I'll come over. And by that time he's already done. Okay, he's been done. It's been 5 hours, 6 hours. He's drunk, coked out, whatever. I come over with, a bottle of wine or champagne, and, he's so happy just to meet me. And a lot of times they'll call back and be like, well, what about you? I'm sorry, I can't, but so I would kind of manipulate that to my advantage to make money, but I never did.
And a lot of guys order 2 girls at once?
A lot of guys, yeah. It's a popular one.
I'm sure.
3 girls at once?
I had one musician that used to order 7 girls at once, and he wanted them all in Brazilian thong bikinis, and there was no sex. This is the weird thing. There was no sex in this call. He would want them in these bikinis, and they would have a bikini party, and they were chasing him around around like the apartment.
And then this is like a 1980s car wash movie.
Yeah, and like to try to steal his shorts, and then it ended up with like a hand job or whatever. But he wanted them all to pretend they were at the beach. He would spend like 3 or 4 hours with all of these girls. There were times when I bought all these decorations, and I decorated everything like the beach with sand and palm trees.
You had sand brought in.
Of course, he spent a lot of money.
7 girls, that must have been a fortune.
It's pretty. Well, I mean, he'd negotiate me down, and sometimes I have new girls that I really didn't think were upper quality, so I'd send them. He'd take whoever. He wasn't all that picky.
And who were the most frustrating clients in terms of trying to negotiate you down? What ethnicity?
What are you getting at here?
You know what? I wouldn't say there's any ethnicity. I think there were some businessmen that were very shrewd that used to tell me part of the fun of calling was the negotiation with me. Because they would go back and forth over girls. It would take me 2 hours, sometimes 3, 4, 5 different calls to close.
No, I thought
the
I had
deal.
more on me.
And they would be like, I had such a fun time doing this negotiation. And I'm like, you really need to not call me again.
So what are some of the craziest things? I mean, do you talk about the crazy stuff in your book?
I talk about a lot of the crazy stuff. But, I mean, how much can you encompass in a book? There's years of craziness, which every other day is a crazy.
Yeah, I interviewed a girl who did a lot of phone sex calls, and she says the number one fantasy for men, especially powerful men, was to be put in diapers. Did you get a lot of that?
We maybe got 2. Maybe 2. We had one guy that wanted actually the whole makeup, but he was Asian, and so he only wanted blonde-haired girls with blue eyes to come over and do him like a geisha in a diaper.
What was the name of that? What was the name of that boxer in the fishnets?
Oh, De La Hoya.
Yeah, dude.
What? No. De La Hoya fishnets.
Yeah.
That chick that was.
I got to update. I don't have the maps right.
That's
right.
Sat
I
at
have
the
the
same dinner table with her at a party.
Oh man.
What was the occasion?
It was a corporate
That's
party.
right. This is
and
the
they
new
hired a bunch of
install.
strippers.
That's why I ain't got the icons and none of that shit.
So, but I think she did some prostitution work on the side because she was with him, and then she attempted
you have mom following me?
Asked for money.
Like,
all
really? That's
pictures,
all I have
and I guess
behind
he
me?
said, "Go fuck yourself." But then now I'm hearing those pictures were fake.
Oh gosh,
That's
come
what I heard
on, this
too,
fucking
I don't know, dude. They looked pretty good.
It did, yeah.
You never saw the De La Hoya?
No, but he looked good in the fishnets.
Yeah, I mean, I would have fucked him.
He looked pretty hot.
Wow.
Yeah, so why
Tables have
haven't you just named names, all the names of the people who work for you or who patronized your business? And I mean, you could make a lot of money, I assume.
Sure. Part of it's legality. I mean, there are some non-public figures on the list, and so how do you take them out? It's 10,000 names. How do you know who everybody is? People could sue me for ruining their lives or their jobs or any of that sort of thing. Part of it's my own moral quandary about whether or not I want to do that or not, or if, it's just I haven't really made a decision.
Do you miss it? The work?
No.
Really?
No, it's full of, greed, deception, and lies.
Yeah, actually, there you go.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. He's looking pretty good, isn't he?
Come on, Reed.
That's
No, I'm
so
just kidding.
real.
No, you ain't.
That's so real, and he's looking happy to be wearing fishnets, too.
There's a picture of him in high heels as well. Danny can find anything.
Good.
He is like the ninja of weird shit on the internet.
Yeah, I wish I knew which buttons, which ones were each, man.
Did you have
I
any
don't have the
rules
shit's
about
numbers.
guys
I don't know which
filming
one
it?
is
'Cause
number
a lot of
5
guys
and
like
shit. I
to
just
film themselves.
You know what? I just go to one,
not
right?
Me, but our friend Chemical Chris filled his. What did you say? He filled his camera up.
Filled his memory card up on his camera. He had to get the pictures off the memory card onto his fucking computer.
He had his hundreds of videos.
Yes.
Did you have any rules about that? Like you can't shoot video?
No, but it's all up to the girl. If the girl says it, and a lot of the girls would say it's okay, he'd tip her $500, $1,000, whatever, and she'd let him film.
And so when you brought girls in, would you get their list of things they won't do?
No, that's too. I mean, I had 100 girls. That would be a long
100?
list. That would be a long list to keep track of. Yeah, at one point in time, we were operating in Philly, Boston, Los Angeles, D.C., in apartments in all of these cities.
You had apartments in all those places?
And 3 apartments in New York, and a call center in Uruguay.
A call center?
Of course, you have to manage your business like a business.
It's good that you fucking outsourced it.
No, that was my. That was I outsourced it to Uruguay, but it was my office.
Why Uruguay?
I am sorry. We only have $3,000 hookers. Hold on. Try Control Alt Delete. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong book.
They provided tech support as well. Why Uruguay? What's going on down there?
I had a friend that was from there, and he had said, you know what, the labor's really cheap. I mean, the minimum wage is $200 a month. So we had a space about this size for $375 a month in a high-rise building with KPMG and all these huge companies. And I mean, I had 13 girls. I had one girl posting on Craigslist all day long. I had another girl doing web design. I mean, we were fully,
So you had a nice web presence, did you?
Sure.
How do you? Because when I was in Vegas is bizarre. They hand out those.
Yeah, but
did
you ever call one of those?
No.
I called one of those out of curiosity because I was like, it
can't-
is not $99. It is not this girl. I
Oh, and in
wanna
the
know.
recession, I was out there like 3 weeks ago. It's down to $59. I was like, what do you get for $59?
Nothing.
To
what
get
you
you to
get
the room.
is she gets to the room because I was like, when we were in Vegas, I was like, why are we making any money in Vegas? I don't understand. I had girls going on tours and stuff, and the girls were like, we want to try Vegas. I said, okay, I'll
Wait, hold on
pay
a second.
for it.
Going on tours, there's like a tour bus?
Well, outside of our normal apartments, if there was a city they wanted to visit, I would book them in that city.
Oh, and they fly first class?
No.
She's such a great businessman. No, they're flying coach.
Yeah, they're flying coach. They're staying. I mean, I think they stayed at the Mandalay. They stayed at a nice
I've
place.
stayed at the Mandalay.
It wasn't a bad trip, but they didn't make any money. I think we had 3 clients all week, and so I called one of these places, and I'm like, I want to know what I get for my $99. And they said, well, you just get the girl, because I was posing as somebody that wanted to work. And so I was like, I'm kind of interested. And she said, oh, you know what? That's just our fee. That fee goes to us. And then when you get there, anything they want to do with you after that point in time is up to you. And they have to pay you to stay. Like, you don't even have to stay. That's just like, hi, I walk in the door, give me my $100. Okay, well, so you don't have any more money? Okay, gotta go. So you just got hustled. But it's like, prostitution is illegal inside the city limits. So I think that's their way of getting around.
But it's such horseshit. There are prostitutes everywhere in that town.
Sure.
It's just like, oh, it's illegal. But They've got buffets the size of fucking Idaho. Speaking of Idaho, Scott, you're on the Laszlo Show with Kristen Davis.
Yeah, I just want to know how you actually got to where you were with famous people, like famous Johns.
How did you meet the famous
Part of it
Johns?
was in the beginning. I went and networked myself, so I hit all the hot spots in New York, gave out cards, talked to them myself. I went with a handful of models, so people wanted to talk to us. Part of it was networking, and part of it then became word of mouth.
Wow.
So what about Ashley? The
Oh, I'm obsessed with her.
Laszlo loves her.
I don't know why. She's just something about her. She's just cute.
I just thought she was, in terms of the range of girls that I had, she was a little bit better than the average.
No, she's very middle of the road, but I don't know. It's something about her with the peace sign up. I just.
But can I ask one thing about her? Because I remember when all this broke, that one of the things that somebody said about her was that she had the quote the nicest pussy in New York. What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't think that's. I don't know. I have no idea.
That's what it said in the news article.
I think that was just somebody saying something that might not have been true, because I wouldn't have agreed with that.
Really?
So you'd seen it?
No. Not to say that I've seen it, but from responses,
What do you? Whoa! So you get feedback from your customers on particular girls?
Well, like I said, some of them wire transfer money in for girls to go shopping. I mean, these guys are out of the country, and they're like, I know it's her birthday. Here's $20,000. Like the girls that these clients are obsessed with. It's a very different kind of ball game. Like one guy transferred in, I don't know, I think it was the girl's 26th birthday, so he transferred in $26,000. He's like, give it to her, and I'm like, and then of course he was like, and I'll give you a little extra for you. Some of them would take the girls shopping, and then they'd come back with gift certificates for me. He'd be like, he wanted you to have this for Gucci or Dior, and I'm like, awesome.
I bet every single one of these guys was convinced that the girl was actually in love with him or something. Do you think that those guys believe that, the lines?
I think the girls that were successful with that type of money had that appearance. I think that they were so charming and sweet and made you feel like $1 million, that you felt like they were totally into you, and that was maybe a feeling they hadn't had for a while.
Because basically you were providing what they call the girlfriend experience, right? In some cases.
Yeah, in some cases, yeah.
And Reed was saying that you don't like Heidi Fleiss. Is that true? I really don't even know much about her.
Yeah, she was a
gotta
madam
make
in
some
Hollywood,
changes with
right?
this.
And
she was a madam in Hollywood. She just.
I know a way to make this even better, more
I
efficient.
thought she was a little unethical. I mean, and in her business model, she wasn't a business person. Like, her business model was, I have one rate for every girl. And my business model was, well, there's a range for each girl, because I never want the client to be unhappy. If he's paying $1,200, I want him to make sure he gets a $1,200 girl. But while you're calling me, before I even quote you a price, I have 5 different phone lines ringing. I know which website you're looking at because they're all ringing to different phones. So each website has a different price point. So I know how much you think you're going to spend.
Right.
Starting at $1,000 an hour, starting at $2,000 an hour. So I know where you're calling from. And then at that point in time, before I give you a price, I've asked you your name, where you're staying, where you live, what you do for a living. I'm making a small chat. I'm taking notes. So now that I know that you're like, a head trader at Morgan Stanley, you had a great year because you're bragging. You, you live in like the penthouse over here in this apartment building, and so I know that you can afford more. Maybe the website says starts at $1,000. I know you can afford $1,500. So each one, I'm making a conscious decision on what I'm going to charge you. You're going to get the same girl half the time across any different site, but she might be Sarah for $500, Rebecca for $1,000, and Jessica for $1,500.
I love it.
That's great.
I love it.
Wow.
The name of the book is The Manhattan Madam, Sex, Drugs, Scandal, and Greed Inside America's Most Successful Prostitution Ring. We didn't get much into the drugs, but you did say a lot of coke.
A lot of coke.
Coke is so cheap now. It is insane. I hear the prices are like $60 a fucking gram.
But
it's everywhere, too.
It is
Especially
everywhere.
among
the
people
girls
with
have
money.
like getting high with guys because They wouldn't
no,
get hard.
that's my thing. Is like a lot of girls would come in and I'd say, we make the biggest money off of these party calls because there will be people that will start one day and end the next day, and it's $30,000. So, and sometimes they'll bring in another girl. It's $50,000. So we make the huge money off of these party calls. The girls will be like, well, I don't party. So, okay, well, what you do is you take your own straw, you cut it to about, 3 inches, take a little squeezy tube of Vaseline Lip Intensive Care, you squeeze it in the tube. When you go to do a line, you make sure that you say, oh, I only want to use my straw because I want to be, sanitary. And then all the coke gets snorted right up into that Vaseline, and you never even get it in your nose.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
That's pretty ingenious.
And I'm like, don't feel bad about wasting his coke. I'm sure he has plenty.
Yeah, no doubt. Wow. And there's something else I read about you, and you said in your book that people on the West Coast like different things from people on the East Coast.
Sure. People on the East Coast don't like girls like me. If you had boobs, the clients here did not want you.
Really?
I'm not really from the East Coast, and I like your boobs. I'm from Oklahoma. We are big fans of boobs.
Very rarely it was always like, because New York is fashion capital, at least in New York. It's fashion capital, and the
I'm getting my act skills up too, yo.
Like, I want this tall
I'm gonna be big and bad like my boy Mike and shit, yo.
In ads, and that's what was very popular.
So it's more real breasts on the East Coast.
Smaller is better. Brunettes very popular. Blondes not popular.
And so on the West Coast, it's fake.
Yeah, but
fake
it's like porn starry and.
Wow.
But in Philly was more like all-American. Boston is all-American.
All-American? What do they listen to Bruce Springsteen while they fuck?
Yeah, it was like they want like the Katie Holmes from Dawson Creek. They want that level of girl.
Wow. And the book is on Amazon as well. Is it in bookstores as well?
No, it's solely online.
So, but it is at Amazon.
It's on Amazon, fiction-wise, the ManhattanMadam.com site. It's everywhere online.
The ManhattanMadam.com. Wow. See, I'm so upset that I never... Wayne's had his experiences with prostitutes, but they were on Queens Boulevard, so that...
In the back of a car.
What I am amazed at, dude, every trip you fucking go on, you come back with a fucking hooker story. So,
me?
Yeah. Hook is in Vegas.
That's
Hook
true.
is in Holland. Hook is in Poland or where else you are. Pride?
Well, they're everywhere. I remember when I was in Eastern Europe, there would be packs of 20 women who would chase you down the street if you looked Western and would want to blow you for $20 on a picnic bench.
And they're beautiful, right? They're all
beautiful.
gorgeous,
I mean,
tall, slender.
Truly unbelievable. I could never date one of these girls
The most
in America.
beautiful women I've ever seen were in Poland. And I mean, I'm not saying they're prostitutes or whatever, but something about Eastern European women are insanely hot. Did you hire any Eastern European chicks?
They were, you know what, the weird thing is that they're not popular here because people associate them with being cold and hustlers. So I'd have to sell them as like, oh, she's from Paris, or oh, she's from the UK, or, so I'd have to sell them as something different. But a lot of the girls
Did you just get it finally?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I'm sorry.
A lot of the girls would come over and work for a while and then go home.
It's something about an Eastern European accent, too, is so hot. The foreign accent.
So that's just amazing. I want them to be quiet. Don't fucking say a word.
Any more? Give us one more weird story about a weird client.
Weird client. Let's see. We had one client who wanted to fill his hotel bathroom. He was staying in, I think it was the Gansevoort, where they have the jacuzzi tubs. They're circular in his suite, and he wanted to fill it up with Jello. And he wanted the girl and him to get in this Jello bath.
How do you make that much fucking?
Well,
you
what I
have to
said
boil
to
it.
him, first he was a new client, and I thought he was just, pulling my leg, and I'm like, you know how long it will take that level of Jello to solidify? Like, are you going to be here a month? Because, I mean, Jello just doesn't happen, it's an overnight thing, it has to sit there, and he's like, oh,
Bill
you're right.
Cosby shows up. It's a whole thing.
You're right. He goes, I said, well, why don't you try pudding? I mean, pudding is comparable. And he really actually did. Yeah, no, he really actually did. And I thought he was kidding. I thought, oh, he's just some freak wasting my time.
And that freak was Ed Koch.
Yeah, he actually, the girl, he tipped her $2,000. He paid like $6,000 or $7,000 for a couple hours.
And he wanted to just roll around in pudding with her?
Yeah, he made the concierge of the hotel go and find him enough pudding. Because I was like, you're going to have to go to Costco or something. This is
Seriously.
New York. You don't have. I mean, you're gonna have to go outside the city to get that many packets pudding. He was like, no, I'll get it done. He's like, you don't know who I am. I will get it done. I'm like, okay.
See, that's when people have too much money, you know. They can get any little fantasy of theirs fulfilled. That's why Michael Jackson is so crazy. That's why he's got the Elephant Man skeleton in his bedroom, because he has, like, some brain fart that he wants the Elephant Man skeleton, and now this guy wants to spend $50,000 to roll around with a girl in pudding.
Right? I was like, don't they have videos on that online? Can't you just watch that?
Right. See,
hey, I'm happy to take your money.
I would be afraid that, you know, and I could afford a high-class prostitute.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah, you're right. But let's say $4,000 I spend. I'm afraid that I would come in 10 seconds and then just look at the girl and be like, that's it, that's all I got.
Yeah, talk about buyer's remorse, man. As soon as that's done, you're like, oh,
That's
fuck.
what with Viagra today, do the girls know when a guy's on Viagra because he can hold out a long time? Or is it just that he's hard the whole time?
No, I don't think they know, but a lot of times, I don't think that, I mean, you get this girl like, you know, a Victoria's Secret model that comes in. The first thing that they do is not to just jump in to have sex with her because they're kind of overwhelmed. They're like, holy shit, you know what I mean? So, like, the first hour, it's almost like a date, you know? He's giving her liquor, he's, you know, I mean, he doesn't have to, obviously, it is what it is, but, you know, he's a little overwhelmed because this is not someone that he would ever have had the opportunity to spend time with. And she's like, you know, in a Dolce & Gabbana dress, like she's dressed beautifully. She's walked out of a fashion magazine, and they're like, wow, you know. So they might go out and have some drinks because now he wants to be seen with her. Now he's, you know, wants to show the status of him. Now he has money and he's somebody, and he wants to be seen. He wants people to look at him like you're the man. So then they come back to the room, and yeah, it lasts 4 minutes, but he's still gotten his time worth.
Wow.
Did you pay $4,000 for that?
Sure.
I think I would too. Yeah.
But dude,
I don't have
I'm so cheap. I'm driving a '98 Honda Civic with no air conditioning.
You can't pick up a Victoria's Secret model in your '98 Honda Civic, dude. She would just roll out.
Does a lot of dog hair in the car bother you? Because grasshopper. And when you roll the windows down, sometimes the dog hair flies around. It's
See, I would beg so long I'd ask him to throw me one for free.
Oh man!
Were the girls that ever wanted to just go give freebies, like they liked the guy so much, or anyone that sort of fell in love with the guy?
Of course, because these guys, they understand how to manipulate a little bit, so they would promise them things. The girls would come back and say, oh, he said he's going to take me on vacation next week, and he said he's going to do this, he's going to take me shopping next week. And that happened about 10% of the time, only with a handful of the top girls. And so they would come back, and I'd be like, yeah, okay. Then the next week, they would be like, has he called? Can you call him? Has he called?
So he was full of shit.
Yeah, and I knew he was full of shit, but, you know, they actually got attached, and they thought he was really going to come. Oh, he was so nice. Like, I would date him and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
I gotta become a millionaire.
Seriously.
This sounds like a great life.
Could have anything. Did anyone ever fall in love with Elliot Spitzer?
No.
How many different girls did you send to him? A lot of different ones?
At least 30.
30? God, dude, he must have spent a fortune.
He's the Mac.
He is the Mac.
Yeah.
He's our sexiest governor so far, I'd say. What about our governor now?
Yeah, no, he's not on the list.
That blind motherfucker. You can send any bitch over there.
Yeah, exactly. Right. He's in the guy over there.
You can send Fred Armisen in there.
He has his own sexual, you know, issues that came out right after
dude,
that. Like,
you got to give him props because day one he was like, by the way, I've had a few issues.
Yeah.
I've been playing a little grab ass, pretending to be blind.
That's true. Even that dude has had an affair. Look at him.
I know.
What are we doing?
I know. Well, we're going to get to some girls of the Laszlo show. We've had some women sent in some pictures, one of which is holding a whip. Kristen Davis, the Manhattan Madam, sex, drug scandal, and greed inside America's most successful prostitution ring. Reed checked out the book and really liked it. It's at Amazon.com or themanhattanmadam.com.
That's correct.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
And you must stay around so we can get pictures of you. I mean, with us. Laszlo Show, the website, lazlow.com. If you ever want to download another episode, or this episode will be posted in like a day or so. We'll do a quick break and be back right after this.
Saturday night.
All right, let's see how many we got.
The
Need to
Saturday
get some
Night
more of those?
Virus.
The Laszlo Show.
Da-da-da-da-da. Laszlo Show, episode 40. I had to drag
Case.
Reed in here,
Cool.
spending a lot of time with Miss Kristen Davis out there.
We were also talking about future guests.
She really?
Yeah.
Miss Davis hugged me, and it was the highlight of my millennium.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm always trying to tell you. We should have hot women on, and you're always like, oh, I don't know. Let's get some dude that I surf with in Long Beach, who's probably in jail for dealing.
We got a lot to get to on the show.
Shit is.
Dude, I saw the most amazing article in the New York Times. You know, our good friend Anthony of Opie and Anthony
Get some
is
Shinobis up
really
in
into
here.
history, especially the history of genocide. And he, there's this amazing intelligence report that the British did on Hitler. They found one of his sidekicks there and did this huge interview with him because they wanted to know sort of Hitler's patterns. This intelligence report just sold for like $3,000 at auction, and the New York Times checked it out. Listen to Hitler's day. Hitler gets up. This is a quote. Hitler gets up about 11 or 11:30 in the morning. I always thought he would be, up at 6. You got a lot of people to kill.
Yeah. He just sleeps in.
Check this out. Hitler wakes up at 11 or 11:30 in the morning. Half an hour later, the first reports and briefings are given to him. At approximately 2 o'clock, he eats a frugal meal and takes his nap for an hour. This motherfucker's been up for 3 hours. He woke up at 11:30.
He's like my grandpa up in there.
How did he? I'm starting to believe that whole it's a hoax nonsense.
Somebody cuts the crust off his sandwich.
So then he wakes up and returns to the operations room. About 8 p.m., Hitler and his entourage would dine. His posse, you see. His food usually consists of some vegetable stew, followed by stewed fruit as dessert. He would then top this off with 1 or 2 glasses of beer. He said, Hitler eats rapidly, mechanically. For him, food is merely an indispensable means of subsistence. In the course of a few minutes, he is finished with dinner, but the entire meal usually lasts for 2 hours. They say he didn't talk much at the dinner table. He abstractly, they had bad table manners, bites his fingernails and runs his index finger back and forth under his nose, evidently, smelling the scent of a woman. And his table manners are a little bit short of shocking. Dinner ended at 10 o'clock, and he would go to his room and unwind till midnight eating cake. That's why he started to get a little bit pudgy later on life. And often he would take a woman back to his room.
Tough life.
Dude, 11 or 11:30.
And cap the night off with cake and some bitches. That's not a bad life. Until the part where he had to shoot himself in the head in his bunker.
Poison his fucking dogs.
God. And he was a vegetarian, of course.
Yeah, I know. They always point to that. Hey,
no. What is that supposed to mean? Why is everyone always telling me that? He's a failed painter and he's a vegetarian. Those are the two things that I want you to know about Hitler.
And he liked Wagner.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck?
What a boring shit. Who writes an opera that's 9 hours long? After 10 minutes, I've had enough of that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's just so amazing. Dude, this comedian that we had in the Grand Theft Auto 4 Lost and Damned, Frankie Boyle, you ever heard of him? Scottish comedian. He's fucking hysterical. Google that shit on YouTube. He was talking about predictive text on cell phones. You know how really weird words will come up?
Yeah.
Including the word rape, which I thought was like...
what sort of text message are you sending where you need the word rape?
Right, Mom can't come. I think he had a joke. As Mom, I'll be a little bit late. I've been raped. And I was sort of thinking about that because a guy that Wayne and I know passed away, and I got an email about it. Remember when somebody would die, you would get a phone call and they would say, I got some little bad news. And now it's like you get an instant message like, Mike is dead. IZDED LOL.
Right. OMG.
Right.
Wow.
Oh,
That's so
God.
personal.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's I don't know. I guess that way you don't have to call like a ton of people.
Yeah, but do they at least go a couple paragraphs before they break it to you? Do they try to ease you into it, or do they just come right out and is it in the header? What's the
you want
header?
to talk about something
Bad
in the header?
news.
My father emailed everybody in his goddamn address book And the subject was, "Yep, it's cancer."
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, "Wow, nice one, Dad."
Yeah, see? You got to break them in. What was the header of when the guy died? Bad news? I mean,
I don't even remember what it was.
Well, what would you put if you had to tell somebody that a friend died? What do you even put in there?
I hope you didn't make plans with Reed. He always was kind of gay.
So true.
Oh, dude, speaking of gay, I was on this 2-week radio tour, and I have lost faith in America's ability to pick good books. Like, if you look at the New York Times bestseller list, besides the sort of, books by Dennis Leary or Colin Quinn or Jim Norton, like, there are so many books on the top 10 list that are just garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was sort of out of reading material, and I stopped at an airport bookstore, and I was reading the back of this one book that's, it's supposed to be really popular. And it said, supernatural stuff, and I was like, all right, cool, man, I can get into that. So I'm reading it, and I'm like halfway through it, and I'm like, yeah, I've noticed there's no profanity in it. This is kind of weird. And it's being told from the girl in the story's perspective. And as I'm turning the pages, I'm like, I think this is a book for teen girls.
It was written by Judy Blume. Did you notice that?
Dude, and then the stewardess, the flight attendant says to me, it's like, oh, that's really good, and I don't really see a lot of guys reading that. And I'm like, and it was just, and I was like, I thought it was going to be, it's a vampire story.
Oh, was it one of the Twilight books?
Dude!
You read one of the Twilight books?
Dude, I grew a vagina reading this fucking thing. It was, and I was like, and I was, at one point I was like, I'm putting it down. It's garbage, because it's all about girl feelings and shit I don't care about, which is why my relationships go so well. And so, but I couldn't stop turning the pages because she was really in love with this vampire, and it's It was,
wow.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to have to put a moratorium on you calling me gay for about 2 shows right now if you admit that. Did you finish the whole book or not?
No, I'm right at the end because I sort of,
oh, Jesus.
I'm scared to find out what happened.
See, dude, that is why you cannot check out a pop culture. You don't see any movies. You don't read anything. That's why you would know that shit is for girls, man. It's Twilight. You do know there was a movie that came out last summer, don't you?
No!
He never admitted to putting the book down. I almost finished it.
I'm at the end. I'm going to finish
his voice? Huh? What is up with his voice? What's up with your voice?
Yeah, what's up?
I feel a little hoarse.
Jesus.
I feel like I'm coming sick.
This shit is crazy.
Oh, my God. Don't shit yourself.
It's these mics, man. You know how much germs are in them?
So we had this contest called Who Wants to Date Reed, and we got some really amazing pictures sent in, including this woman who looks to be about 600 pounds sitting on a bench, and her gut is hanging out of the bottom of her dress.
Jesus.
Oh, my Lord.
I'd have to take the door off my apartment to get her in there.
This lovely girl named Kim is super awesome. She's from Australia, and she's holding a whip.
She just puts it right out there, doesn't she?
Yes. She's a chef as well. And then we have this nice girl, Allison Aniska, who is wearing a derby hat. All girls want to date Reed. But then we got an email from what I could not believe was a girl that was legitimately nice looking. No, these girls are all nice looking. I'm not going to, trash them. But I couldn't believe that she'd actually sent a picture into Reed. I was like,
This is the one.
No. So she's a model, and they're a big fan of the show. See her on the screen up here.
Wow. She's cute. She's very Agnes Dane.
And she's on the phone calling from somewhere over in Europe. Her name is Rhiannon Guest, supermodel Rhiannon.
Hello.
So you have a little bit of a crush on the Reedster?
Of course. I mean, we could go riding on scooters together. I've just bought a scooter.
Fuck yeah. Where are you from? I like your accent.
Pardon?
Where are you from? I like your accent already.
I'm from the UK.
What part of the UK?
A really shitty place called Stoke-on-Trent.
Okay.
So,
Stoke Newington, you said?
Don't pretend like you know.
I know it. I have a friend that lives in Stoke Newington, if that's what she said.
No, she said Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah, it's Stoke-on-Trent. So, I think the synchronicity is here.
I think it's there. But
and also she's she and
All right,
she's got professional
this shit from
photographer
a man
friends,
Muya right here. We
taking
gonna get no
pictures of
fucking
her with the lovely Laszlo
what them they
Show
call it? No
box
no
set.
no
I saw
no
that.
mimics,
If you
yo.
go on Laszlo.com.
We're gonna put up the
as
miracle
well as,
fucking
showing off some of the fine Laszlo Show gear. So we do want to.
Yeah, we had so much fun
Pause.
doing that shoot.
We definitely want to thank you. There's also a link if you go to lazlow.com and you click on the store, you can see some of the pictures, and then on the homepage there's a link to your modeling website, as well as we have to give props to Yakuza Photo, who the photographer. I mean, it was like, dude, who's done it this show has gotten legit. We've got like real models, real photographers.
We got hot girls wearing one of your sweatshirts.
Right.
Did we ever think we'd see that day?
No.
No. What is going on
I could be
here?
wearing one of yours soon, Reed, if you come over to the UK.
Okay, I'll come. I'm coming right now. Putting my headphones down. I'm that sad.
Look at this picture, dude.
I know. It's too bad an ocean separates us.
Dude, there's planes.
You should come over here.
Well, how come you don't have a boyfriend? You're hot. You're a model. You seem nice. What's going on here?
I've been single for like a year now.
Mm-hmm. Why? Why is that? What happened to your last boyfriend?
My ex broke up with me because I'm a nymphomaniac.
What? What kind of guy would ditch a girl for that?
I think he got pissed off with the whole like 8 or 9 times a day.
Wow. I can't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't keep up with that pace. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to oversell myself. It's gonna be a half time a day. Maybe.
Oh God.
And an hour later, it will do the other half.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great.
Come over here.
Great. Mm-hmm. And what kind of scooter do you have? That's important.
I've got a Aprilia Shinneray scooter with a Honda engine in.
Wow.
She also works at a motorcycle shop.
Sounds like a gearhead.
She sent me this whole email of her qualifications to date you.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
All right.
I could get you cheap parts for your scooter and everything.
Oh, that's amazing. Wow. Okay.
Oh fuck.
You're clearly too good for me. But
Oh no.
Dude, you broke her heart, you asshole.
Broke my heart.
No.
I offered to buy you scooter parts.
No. Okay, you're right.
God.
How and Reed, how old are you?
In my 30s. How old are you?
18.
Oh my God! What is this? You'd be in high school in this country.
I love it.
Oh, this is freaking hilarious, yo.
Reed, you're single.
This is better than Grand Theft Auto, yo. This is good. This is real people, yo.
Does she know he goes on those bro vacations?
I mean, damn.
He travels with a lot of men.
You read the Twilight series, man. You can't comment.
Oh no! She told Laszlo, yo. Oh no!
And I've not touched that shit.
Yeah, but you're a chick that rides a bike, so it's a little different.
True.
So to check out some of the pics from the Laszlo Show photo shoot, go to lazlow.com. Rhiannon, thanks so much for calling in.
Thank you very much, sweetheart.
Cheers.
See you guys soon.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, that was great, yo. That was a great caller,
That girl
yo.
is way too hot for me. Look at these pictures.
I know.
She's 18. She's a model. She's British, and she works on bikes.
And she's a nymphomaniac.
And she's a nymphomaniac.
Every guy's fucking dream.
Correct.
What the hell? What does she see in me? We sit here in the studio.
Dude, I don't know what any of these girls.
The one with the fedora looks nice.
Yeah,
they all look nice.
Allison
and Niska.
I'd throw her a bang.
Dude, I'd throw all of them a bang. Not this one.
Yeah.
No.
That one.
That's
one.
a joke.
The one
That
in
is
that one's a joke picture.
No.
But I mean, the rest of them are. It's something about the Australian chick.
Yeah,
I
she's
like
cute
it,
too.
dude. Any girl that sends a picture of her with a whip and a corset,
She's
know what,
letting you know right up front.
You
Here's
know
some
what you
shit.
are in for,
Yeah,
fool.
exactly.
Since we're going on a British trip, did you send me this UK documentary?
Yeah.
Oh my God! So, we often talk about religion on this show, and you always think of there's the Bible Belt, but you don't think that there's sort of like crazy religious, keep your kids at home, the world is evil, folks over in England. But I guess there was this documentary done called Servant
You're
of
gonna
God.
get caught, I know it.
And they
Come on.
his families had
Damn it,
like
I
a
got
billion
18
kids,
fucking
and
times.
They pulled one.
Oh,
of the
he went
girls
the other
aside,
way.
and they were asking them
Wow.
questions like pop. You
Oh,
talk
he
about
still
me
came and
being
saw
pop
me, though.
culture retard.
That's bullshit.
They were asking these.
Come
girls
on, man. That's
questions
not
about,
even true, yo. He
different
did not see
celebrities.
what saying.
My name's Deborah Draper. I'm 13 years old.
Tell me about your life. So, do you have TV in your room? Do you have a mobile phone? Do you watch X Factor? Do you go shopping in Topshop?
No,
Did you ever, like, you know, watch reality TV shows or anything like that?
What's a reality TV show?
What's a reality TV show?
What's a reality TV show?
Do you know who she is? Brittany.
What's the surname?
Spears?
Okay.
No.
Whatever, y'all. Alright,
Who is
just
she?
get out of my way,
Do you
y'all.
know who she is? No.
Okay, the tornado
You have
was
to go
here,
to the
man.
far corners of the earth to find somebody that doesn't know who fucking Britney Spears is. So, and then of course this interviewer is asking her questions in the bit where the girl turns it around on her and starts asking what a sinner she is.
You ever lied?
Would you consider yourself to be a good person? Have you ever told a lie?
Yep.
Have you ever stolen
Why don't you turn your ass around, motherfucker? Yeah, so I can get this motherfucking BOX, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Come on.
Dude, I'm yep on all of these as well so far. I gotta tell you, like,
Just on this show alone, we're all yes, you know?
I know we've done all these things in the last hour.
Have you ever used God's name in vain?
Yep.
Have you ever coveted anything?
Yep.
What the fuck is covet?
Yeah, that's what the Ten Commandments are so out of date. I go through like the first one. Okay, thou shalt not kill. I get that one. Then it's like thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's donkey. Or
Yeah,
whatever. It's like okay.
My neighbor's got a Porsche. I sort of covet that.
Yeah.
Have you ever coveted anything?
Yep.
Yeah, so you're a lying, thieving, coveting, blasphemous person. Do you still think you're a good person?
What a nice little girl.
I know.
Dude, I would slap that little girl in the fucking face.
Her head is gonna do a 360 pretty soon. She's gonna spit out oatmeal, dude. Fuck her, man. These self-righteous people.
And you know what's amazing?
Come
I
on,
don't
I
know
got no
who the
fucking
comedian
ear.
was, but they always said that the
Really? Are
people
you
that
gonna
are
hit me or
highly
just
religious,
like look at me?
anti-abortion folk are people you would
Are
never
you
want to fuck
serious?
in the first place. The parents of these kids are atrocious looking.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
they start to interview them, and they're off the rails. Where is it?
Oh, like really? Okay, you don't gotta. Why you gonna stay here? Like this is not. Yeah.
And then
This,
spend the rest of our lives serving the Lord.
What would that entail exactly? Spending the rest of your life serving the Lord.
Is that a soup kitchen?
oh God.
I guess not coveting thy neighbor's whatever.
Donkey.
Yeah, donkey.
And then spend the rest of our lives serving the Lord.
How do you pay a mortgage serving the Lord? That's what I've sort of. And to some people, serving the Lord means molesting little boys.
Oh God, to me to say that.
And then spend the rest of our lives serving the Lord. And we then decided, because lots of different reasons, that we would allow the Lord to open and close the womb.
We would let the Lord open and close the womb. So, how does that work? Does the guy go to her and say, "Hey, has Jesus opened your fucking womb tonight? I'm feeling a bit randy." Let God open and close. Here's the deal. A woman will have a baby every fucking 9 months.
Yes.
Her body is set up to do that until she starts having hot flashes and throws your ass out of the house.
Exactly.
So it's not the Lord doesn't open and close the womb.
Yeah, I know. This is not 14 BC where where babies come from is a fucking mystery. We know where babies come from and how to prevent them, dude. It ain't about the Lord opening up a cervix or whatever.
And the fact that you got to see this woman, she looks like a train wreck. I'm shocked that he goes anywhere near that womb.
That we would allow the Lord
If I was
to
on Shiva, that wouldn't have happened, Joe. I know.
So we just allow God to give us as many children as He wants to give us.
And dude, they had a posse of fucking kids in that house. I mean, a ton.
These are the same people who don't get their kids vaccinated, you know, because they believe, oh, the Lord will take care of their, you know, leukemia or whatever.
Yeah, it is, but isn't that strange? Around the time that they were writing the Bible, people lived to 22.
Cringe for me here now that schools are looking at having
Did I miss one? I don't know. I lost track, bro.
Until 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. But why do they bother having children in the first place if they're just going to turn them over to the state to raise?
Turn them over to the state to raise, to get an education so they can become a doctor and a member of society.
Children in the first place if they're just going to turn them over to the state to raise for so much of their life.
It's not a school, it's an orphanage.
It is. It is. And then they come home and they'll have a television dinner in front of the television. They go out with their friends. And when are they going to see each other? We eat together 2 or 3 times a day. We spend a lot of time together.
He is fucking those kids. Dude, you can hear
2 or
it.
3 times a day.
2 or 3 times a day. He doesn't want them anywhere near the state because they'll pull one of the teachers aside and goes, "Daddy licks my funny spot."
2 or 3 times a day. We spend a lot of time together. We're not completely cut off from the world. We have computers. Their children on the internet.
Are you facing me, or is that your butt? Are you moving? I'm taking it.
Fear of what they're getting up to.
Now, this doesn't make any sense to me. So they
Oh,
don't
go
want them
fuck your
anywhere
mother,
near
yo.
schools, but they set up the fucking porno pipeline in their bedroom, and we trust them.
Yeah. I don't understand how a reality show is going to corrupt them more than the Bible, where it's like you should stone your daughter for disobeying. Let's follow that literally, shall we?
I was at some website trying to get shit for the show, and it was literally a camera phone video of some guy
Damn it, this
in
is
the Middle
doo-doo,
East
yo.
getting stoned.
Really?
Yeah.
That shit is Mike's fault, yo.
In the street.
I'm just gonna blame
people
Mike.
pelting
I don't know
fucking
how it's
rocks
Mike's
at
fault,
him.
but it is.
And some guy's sitting there recording it on his mobile phone. It's like, here we have the old and the new.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
how about you come forward in the future a little bit?
Oh, God. That is a clash of cultures right there.
And so then the documentary woman talks to the kids about what they know about sex.
Are you interested in boys?
No.
Snogging?
No.
What do you know about sex?
Not much, really. I mean, I do know that some teenagers are doing that every day, but it makes me... I mean, it's not what life is supposed to be like.
What is life supposed to be like?
You're supposed to belong...
You're supposed to suck your father's penis.
Supposed to be like?
You're supposed
This show is
to,
really,
belong to your father
really
until
off
you
the
get
over the
married,
edge, man.
He'll give you away to that man, and you will...
See? Dude,
belong.
Belong?
What are you, a handbag? You a nice suit? What the fuck?
Till daddy hands you off. Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Dude, that's what is so creepy about that whole abstinence thing where the daddy and the daughter sign the fucking pledge and he owns her virginity. That's some creepy shit, dude.
And down south, they go to these, like, dance balls.
Yeah,
where the
chastity.
Father, yeah, that's right. The father and the daughter dance together like it's romantic. It's weird.
Till you get married, and then he'll give you away to that man, and you will stay with that man in richer and poorer, in sickness and in health.
Mm-hmm.
Already screwed up at, like, what is she, 13 or something she looks like in the video?
Come on, man. Hit a motherfucker already, yo.
She's a cute little girl.
Yeah, exactly.
If she was my daughter, I wouldn't keep my hands off of her.
We have to wait until
You hear what he
she's
just
18 and
said
then
here?
we'll
Oh,
dress her in a
no.
Sexy Laszlo sweatshirt.
Our producer off-site, Micah Stroud, friend of mine, who got offended at my statements about him last time saying he's crazy because he's building machine guns and crashing Corvettes. But we grew up together in Oklahoma, and he sends in some amazing links every now and then. Another teacher sex scandal, Reed. These happen at least once a month now, where some teacher can't keep their fucking hands off a kid. But this, of course, is in Utah, the most bass-ackward fucking joint ever. Salt Lake Tribune, stunned by the alleged rape of a student by 2 of his teachers. I love how they call it rape. Dude, a 13-year-old boy, that is not rape. That is him going, I'm getting some ass.
It's amazing that these kids open up their mouth. When you were 13 years old, you were banging a teacher. Tell me who you would tell. No one.
That's true. Bountiful Junior High School, it's called. Principal Brent Stevens spent most of Monday pacifying teachers and parents. Listen to this, kid. On Friday, the Davis County Attorney's Office filed first-degree felony charges of rape and sodomy on a child against Linda Neff, 46, and Valney Bowers, 39. 2 teachers fucking the same kid.
They are cougaring their ass off, man.
Wow, man.
Divorcees, no doubt.
Court documents allege Neff, a Utah studies teacher and cheerleading advisor, had oral sex and intercourse with a 13-year-old male student between December 2007 and February 2008. Bowers, which is the other woman, teaches math, allegedly confessed to having oral sex and intercourse with the same student, who's now 14, between January 2009 and February 2009. Police said the two teachers did not know about each other's relationship with the boy. This dude was fucking two teachers in the same.
Got the moves.
He is the man.
None of the sex acts are alleged to have happened at the school, but took place in homes, parking lots, and public parks. One of the teachers is married. The other is divorced.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
So how is that rape exactly? You know, if
because it's Utah, because somebody read a fucking book out of a hat, and now they can't drink Coca-Cola, and the fucking Osmond, Donnie and Marie are protesting Proposition 8. The whole place is fucked.
I would have liked to see pictures of those two.
How can these people, dude? How can the people in the Mormon Church preach about what marriage should be? In order for Utah to become a state, we had to get you motherfuckers to agree to stop having 18 wives.
Right.
And you're going to talk to us about the sanctity of marriage?
Right. I think they only let black people into the church in like the 70s. Is that right?
Yeah,
like the late 70s?
Joe from Michigan, you're on the Laszlo Show.
Hey, Laszlo, how's it going?
Hey, it's good. Feel like $1 million.
Yeah, I actually have. I dated 2 Mormons in my lifetime.
They take it in the ass?
Huh?
Do they take it in the ass?
No. But like the first chick I went out with, she's this just beyond believable gorgeous brunette, and second date we went out, she was like, we can only hold hands, and this is as far as the relationship can go, because she's going out to seminary school, and then she's going to go out and do the missionary thing to like fucking South America or someplace.
Right, so then you raped her and slit her throat.
Yes, I did.
Awesome, good story.
Did you have to peel off the magic
He's
underwear
gone,
to get
dude.
anywhere?
I didn't.
Come on.
What, is there magic underwear?
Yeah, that's what I want to know about.
You're a creepy fucker.
No, dude, come on. Mormons have to wear magic underwear.
Do they?
Yeah, it protects them from evil.
Wow.
You didn't know this?
No.
Dude.
Yes, dude. They have sacred garments, which is like basically like magic underwear.
I was telling Reed, I saw a guy that we used to work with, working in a liquor store. He used to work at an ad agency,
man.
And he ended up working at this ad agency downtown by the World Trade Center, and on 9/11. He said he was going to go down and stand below the building and watch it burn. And I'm on the phone with my chick, and I said, I got a bad feeling about this. She's like, oh, a couple of people are going to go down there and watch. I go, I got a bad feeling about this. Why don't you head the other direction, like at a clip? So this guy was an idiot. He was a sales guy, of course.
Yo, can you fucking believe this,
He
yo?
went down there, and of course, when he showed up, the body started fucking flying out of the. He never returned to his office. He was so fucked up.
I'm
Like,
still
he
on the
left
second
all
floor.
of
What
his
is this, my
shit
third mimic?
at his desk. Never returned to Manhattan, and now he's working at a liquor store on Long Island. But this dude was so creepy. I was telling when I saw him, I called Reed because I just went to this liquor store and I avoided him because I didn't want to fucking talk to him because he's a weirdo. I didn't want to say, "Hey, how you been since 9/11?"
Wow, yo, that shit is. I think that was 2 boxes in a row that were mimics, if I'm correct, right?
His mom died
On this
he
floor?
He and his father were watching the World Series. And
Oh, yeah, I do remember this.
and they walked into the
Yeah.
kitchen, and his mom was dead on the floor.
Yeah.
And he went back into the living room, and they finished watching the game.
Holy shit.
And they called the fucking cops.
That's only 2 more innings. The body will keep. Yeah, you knew that guy was weird.
Yeah.
Man. And now he's working the night shift at a liquor store in Long Island.
This is the Laszlo Show. The website, lazlow.com. We post shows up there. You can also get a DVD of every show that we've ever done, which is now 40. So if you pick it up, all 40 shows will be sent to you.
My fucking
in MP3
goodness,
form. We'll do a quick commercial and come back. We've got a lot of stuff to get to, including a new Japanese sex trend, Reed.
Hell yeah.
Called air sex.
Oh, I can't even.
This is the Laszlo Show.
Right, I can't even call back the trust because the last time I had a mimic and died, it was so recently.
The Laszlo Show.
Wow, that's insane, bro.
Laszlo Show, episode 40. A lot to get to. The website, LAZLOW.
I'm still on a cooldown for the fucking trust I'm gonna fucking pull out,
He's
yo.
talking about people that live with monkeys. There's a woman that got her face ripped off.
That was amazing.
And
I don't know if amazing.
It's fucking amazing that the fucking monkey ate the face
Gotta be
off the
kidding
other
me,
woman.
dude.
Yeah. I love these people that think, they're 99.9%. Dude, it's that 0.1% that will have them ripping your face off and fucking your skull. This one guy in upstate New York has got a 7-year-old baboon named Higgins who spends a good part of most evenings watching HDTV in his heated monkey house. And while watching TV, he holds hands with the guy that he lives with. His favorite shows of this baboon are Little House on the Prairie and Walker, Texas Ranger.
Oh,
But
shit.
of course, there's all these people.
I didn't
now
see
they're
something that's
starting to
really
pass
bad
laws
news,
saying,
yo.
like, dude, you can't live with a fucking. It's like
You
having
see
a
what's the
tiger.
bad news, right?
Yeah. When Higgins was
fuck.
3, he slept with the couple.
Is that the way out,
often
bro?
Waking Bob in the morning by climbing to the bedroom rafters and dropping
Fuck
onto his
me.
stomach. On one
Okay.
occasion, they got in a wrestling match, and Higgins put one of his steel-like fingernails through Bob's scrotum.
Like, it's actually possible that I could get
monkey-
drawn in?
Fucking shoot him.
That's when you get rid of the monkey.
Bob was considered moving him to a sanctuary, but I'm just too attached to him, he said.
Did you guys see any of the pictures that were in the papers of that woman with the monkey, and like she showed personal ones, like them in a bed together? That monkey went down on her. I don't fucking care what you say.
866-WOW-1-WOW, calling to the show, 866-969-1969. Taking a little cue from the boys. We got a little thing. We had a good time with that guest instructional video last time. Guess what's going on here?
I can't believe I'm only on the 3rd floor, yo. And I'm like, you got that many mimics, yo. And this run is already almost over. It's like, that was, damn, this was real shit, yo.
I think somebody's just had their face ripped off by a monkey. Is that what just happened?
I'm gonna go with someone's passing a quarter because that's what I sounded like when it came out.
866-969. Yeah, by the way, we got some nice listener mail from somebody. Somebody was listening to that show in their car with somebody who had never heard our show before.
Oh, how
and he said
fucking,
that
look at this shit,
story
move.
of his
Like,
mom
fucking
with a
really?
potato masher
Are you
going
re-
through his
I mean,
poop on a
oh,
newspaper
gosh,
looking
yo.
for a quarter, and the guy looked at him and he's like, I'm buying this fucking show. What is this shit?
We know more about Wayne's shit. Tonight, he shit cabbage in the bathtub. Last week, he shit out a quarter.
Yeah, you knew that was gonna happen,
866-969-1969.
God.
If you have any idea what's going on with that lovely sound. But we should get to this weird Japanese sex trend that's going on.
Air sex is having sex without a partner.
Air sex.
It's the sex version of air guitar. You act as if the man or woman is actually there. So from the meeting, getting to know each other, falling in love, up to climaxing. If you can combine all that, then you can do great air sex.
And with the current love crisis, great air sex seems to be all that Japanese men are getting at the moment.
What the fuck is a love crisis?
What?
They are so sexually fucked up over there.
They really are. And how do you get off if it's just air?
Yeah, you need some
can't fuck
friction.
air.
And they have these contests on stage, and people are sort of pantomiming fucking, and they jerk off.
People is having air sex, you know what I'm saying, Moo? You know what I'm saying? You missed it out, man. You don't be having no air
There's
sex,
a
do you?
massive gap between those who can get sex and those who can't in Japan. So in the middle, we have air sex.
Air sex was born when Jay Taro Sugizaku and a group of his friends, frustrated with not having girlfriends, decided to act out sex with imaginary partners.
Wait, is Japan like Smurf Village? Is there one girl that you can fuck? Or what is going on over there? Well, how come these guys can't get any girls? Every time I watch Asian porn.
Oh, that's right. I
I
still got this happened again. I gotta fucking wait
It's weird.
at least
and
a
so
few
you're
seconds.
sitting around going, "Hey guys, none of us are getting pussy."
Let's bang the air.
Is this how circle jerks start? I don't
Yeah, exactly.
know.
They put a cookie in the middle of the circle.
I never understood that.
It's like a frat house thing.
So for 4 months,
See, man, you
stretch,
could,
from the
man,
beginning
you
of
could be
this
having
year,
air
when we
sex,
had
dude.
no women around us,
You know what I'm saying?
we would have a drink. We would get a bit lonely, so we started having sex with an invisible partner. It was a lot of fun.
Sometimes
You are like a ninja. You throw a Chinese star into her forehead and make love to her corpse.
Oh, God.
It was a lot of fun. So
Come
we
on,
thought we'd
Kansas.
try and make a contest out of it, and that's how it began.
The contestants are usually single and haven't had much practice at the real thing.
I spend all my time doing air sex. I haven't actually had much real sex.
I don't think...
And you know, they're obviously translating these guys from Japanese, but they are some creepy-looking motherfuckers.
Doing air sex. I haven't actually had much real sex.
I don't think it'll become an alternative to real sex. This is because we need to reproduce.
No, you don't. You've done quite well. There's 80 billion of you motherfuckers over there. Make some iPods and fucking Wall Street Pro 2 will come over and beat the fuck out of your shit with a baseball bat.
This is because
Damn,
we
that
need to
sucks,
reproduce. If there are no children being born because we're all having air sex, we will become extinct. Air sex should only be a substitute sometimes when you can't get real sex.
How is this different from just jerking off?
Yeah, so
You
I've been doing
embarrass
air
yourself.
sex for 32
Yeah,
years.
exactly.
Roach from Whackbag, you're on the Laszlo Show.
Yeah, I've got a guess at what that audio is.
All right.
Yeah, that's your listeners listening to that madam.
Oh, why were you? Were you saying you didn't enjoy her?
It went on a bit long, and she was a bit, tiresome.
Yeah, well, you didn't see her jugs. Because we were like 3 deers in with the headlights coming right at us, man.
Dude, I don't know, man. I dug her. I was fascinated.
Me too.
I was too.
All these
Who's not fascinated? You could bang a Victoria's Secret
Consider
model.
you two guys don't got much hooah stories, and my hooah stories consist of $5 hookers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh. Dude, Whackbag just gives us a fucking beating.
Haterade.
Chris, you're on the Laszlo
Do
Show.
I try to fight this
Holy
fucker, or do
fuck,
I
I'm on the
just
Laszlo
go for the
show.
fucking
Yes.
Nice.
chest?
Guess the sound.
I sent you a fucking email today. I made you a YouTube video for the 40th anniversary. I don't know if you got it, but check it out. But I got a guess for what that audio is.
All right.
Is it one of those fucking weird meetings that companies force their workers to go to get all their fucking emotions out together, and they like cry and hug and shit?
No.
It's a good guess.
That is a good guess. That last scream sounds like
man.
East Side Dave. Listen, I think it's East Side Dave.
Does sound like him.
Jim in New York, you're on the Laszlo Show.
Hey, what's up, Laszlo? I know what that is.
What?
It's a retard chick, and she's got to have Down syndrome or something, because she's getting railed by some low-life hillbilly redneck, and she's just loving it and screaming his name. It's the most disturbing video you've ever seen in your life.
You are correct. It's retards fucking.
Wow.
No.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Hey, did you like the Madam interview?
I thought it was good. I mean, I thought it was a really good interview. I would have liked to get some names from it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Roach
I
from
know she's got
Whackbag.
death threats.
Exactly. All right.
That was a quick
I got
contest.
49 seconds to get
I
over
wanted
to
that to go
get
from
past these
9:30 on.
motherfuckers.
Where did you find that? And I gotta hear a little
People
more of that.
email shit. You should see.
No. You pull up something like that. That's
So
your
there's
personal
not another crew of
preference, my
undead.
friend.
So there's a market for porn.
Oh, give
between
me a
retards,
fucking
basically.
There are
break.
now websites that it's.
Oh,
I forgot.
fuck,
Somebody
move.
sent me a link to it, but it's like people post their own fetish
Yeah,
videos.
fuck
this,
it, right?
this chick had like a milking machine hooked up to her
I've
and
seen
a
that
cow
too.
head.
Oh, give me a goddamn break, yo.
There's actually a website. You type in what you want, and they search it and find it for you.
What is that, 5?
No. It is. It's a porno search. site.
Wow. I can't believe that
Somebody's
shit,
been
bro.
spending too much time at home unemployed.
Well, dude, I had to actually call it a certain amount of hours every day. Or else
Oh,
I'll
I
sit
know.
there from
Yo, that
8
shit
to
was
8.
horrible. I can't. Wow.
Wow, dude, have you noticed that flight attendants? I can't get. This has been. I'm obsessed with this. Flight attendants used to be the hottest shit in the world, and now they are cranky old bitches.
Yeah, they have not turned over that population in 30 years. It seems like when they were hot back in the 60s, they're still working on the planes now, and they're like...
I was on this flight from Chicago to London, and you know...
Yo,
put
you
stuff
ain't
in the
lying,
overhead
dude.
compartment.
I'm fucking breaking
The
world
woman
records and shit,
comes
yo.
by to me, and she's like, "You need to close the overhead compartment." Like, really nasty. Like, you want me to serve the fucking drinks, too? Bitch, close the fucking overhead compartment. Jesus.
Yeah, I thought that was their job. When they get ready to take off, they walk down the aisle. Usually make sure you get your seatbelt on and close those
She
things.
was miserable. But I flew Virgin America, dude.
They're looking good.
They are.
I've flown that, too.
I flew them to London as well last year.
It's great, man.
Great. Dude, it was
TV, movies,
on
video games.
Dude, I played Doom.
Yeah.
On that Doom.
I know.
On the fucking
I know.
entertainment system.
I know. They're bringing you snacks. They're bringing you blankets.
Ice cream.
Yeah. I gotta say, there's one Asian airline though that has a reputation for having the hottest stewardesses. Do you know what I'm talking about? They even advertise. It's like Singapore Airlines or something. Do you know what I'm talking about? And they wear kimonos.
Yes,
and
I took that to
you in the back?
to Germany.
Oh, okay.
Not only did they have beds in the back where they go sleep, they were the hottest. I had to go. I'm no lie. I had to go into the bathroom and relieve myself.
Really?
So you did it on a plane?
Sure.
You joined the. That's not quite the Mile High Club, but
you've never masturbated in a plane bathroom,
dude. I hate being on a plane. The bathroom is you getting banged around in there. I can't even really take a shit on a plane.
You're a lot taller than me too. I gotta say, some of those bathrooms, like when I hit my fucking head.
Yeah, dude, I hate it. I get cramped in there, man. I can't even poop in a bathroom on an airplane.
No, that I can do.
No, I'm sure you can.
But I gotta say, when I get in, I'm not exactly thinking about hammering one out.
No.
Dude, it is insane to me in this recession. I went to go buy
this motherfucker talking about jerking off in a fucking plane to the stewardess, yo. Like, yo, these stewardess bitches is hot, yo. I gotta go jerk off in the bathroom, yo. This motherfucker got his own radio show. And he can get paid to talk about this shit, yo. I mean, we are really in the wrong business move.
Ticketmaster's such bullshit, man.
What the fuck is a convenience charge?
Yeah,
it is the biggest fucking racket.
Such bullshit.
Dude, any other business online, it's like you're printing a barcode.
Yeah.
That's an extra fee for the barcode that you can print. It's like I can print my boarding pass that gets me onto an airplane.
It's bull. They added $10 probably to every ticket. Even if it's a $30 ticket, they're going to add $10 just because they did it. It's bull, dude.
Financial meltdown, and here in the United States, for our overseas listeners, by the way, we got an email from our very first Pakistani listener.
Wow.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised at that, and I offered him a free copy of the box set, as well as a signed commemorative NASCAR plate, signed by Hannah Montana.
He's gonna get stoned, dude. You're gonna get this kid stoned.
And if he would give up the location of Bin Laden, because they all gotta fucking know. They all gotta fucking know.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't keep that shit secret over there.
I see him at the tea shop in the town center.
But we have in this country what I will call financial porn, and it is the financial news channels where a bunch of assholes stand on the trading floors and salivate at how fucking rich they can get. And there's message boards, and there's, all these Mad Money shows. And this guy, Jim Cramer, who does this show where the camera's moving around all the time, and he's yelling. And every fucking bit of advice he's given over the last couple of years has been bullshit.
Yeah.
And he went on Jon Stewart, and I mean, Jon Stewart is a smug liberal prick.
Yeah.
But
he unleashed hell on this dude.
Dude,
loved it.
It was. I have a few clips. I can only get to a couple, but he asked a very good question. Like, remember when the news and TV's job was to sort of police things like the government?
Honey?
Like,
yes,
they don't care anymore.
Meow,
and
that's
so you
right.
went into him on that.
Meow.
They didn't catch Madoff. That's a shame. But
when you talk about the regulators, why not the financial news network? That's the whole point of this.
That's right,
CNBC
baby.
Could be
right,
an incredibly powerful tool of illumination for people that believe that there are two markets. One that has been sold to us as long-term. Put your money in 401ks, put your money in pensions, and just leave it there. Don't worry about it. It's all doing fine. Then there's this other market, this real market that's occurring in the back room. It feels like we are capitalizing your adventure by our pension and our hard-earned, and that it is a game that you know is going on, but that you go on television as a financial network and pretend isn't happening.
Yeah, it's so true, dude. Those guys are not doing dick. They're just pumping up stocks and just it's ridiculous, dude.
And it like you said, it's a game that they understand.
Yeah.
I don't fucking understand it, dude. They send my shit over for my 401k and my head explodes. I'm like, what? And there's graphs and there's this and there's and Stewart really fucking let him have it.
I understand you want to make finance entertaining, but it's not a fucking game. And I when I watch that, I can't tell you how angry that makes me. Because what it says to me is, you all know. You all know what's going on. You know, you can draw a straight line from those shenanigans to the stuff that was being pulled at Bear and at AIG and all this derivative market stuff that is this weird Wall Street side bet.
John, don't you want guys like me who have been in it to show the shenanigans? What else can I do? I mean, last night's show...
No. I want desperately for that. But I feel like that's not what we're getting. What we're getting is, listen, you knew what the banks were doing, and yet we're touting it for months and months. The entire network was. And so now to pretend that this was some sort of crazy, once-in-a-lifetime tsunami that nobody could have seen coming is disingenuous at best and criminal at worst.
Yeah, none of these fucking guys are going to get in trouble, dude.
No, I know.
And what I really love is how they have somehow turned it to blame the poor people. Right? They're like, these people couldn't afford these loans. Dude, you go to a bank and the bank's like, we can get you a house. You trust the bank, right?
Right.
You trust the fucking bank because you think that there's rules and regulations, but Clinton did it. He was huge in a deregulation. The liberals don't want to think so. And Bush, they pulled the fucking all the rules out. So, and this is what you fucking get. It's like, you don't want any kind of regulation or any kind of rules. Just let the market fucking sort shit out. But you wouldn't do the same thing in raising a teenager. You wouldn't say like, hey, listen, I'm into free market. So then the kid comes back. He's got AIDS and a fucking baby on the way. And he's robbed a liquor store. Because you didn't fucking give the fool some rules.
Tattoo of Calvin and Hobbes on his lower back. It's true, man. It sucks. It's people like us that get totally screwed over by all this too. I'm so sick of it, man. You get your financial statement every month. You lost like 50%.
And I want the Republicans and the conservatives to please bring us some good people. You know what I mean? I miss the old good conservatives. But what they've got now, they're flailing, dude. They've got a 14-year-old kid.
Well, the Republican Party may not have an identifiable leader right now, but it certainly has one waiting in the wings. Jonathan Crone. He is 14 years old. He's been 14 about 10 days now since his birthday. He is joining us from Atlanta, and Jonathan was one of the featured speakers at the recent CPAC convention.
Yeah. Let's see if this kid can get us back on track. Tell me, kid who's going through puberty, what should we do about the Middle East?
It's going to involve Pokemon cards, I think. Like, what the fuck?
He got a standing ovation. The amazing thing is, you say you wrote this book because you thought people had forgotten what a conservative really is. What is a conservative?
Tell us about Reagan, mister. I wasn't born during his administration. Jesus.
Really is. What is a conservative?
Well, I believe conservatism.
Good, right out of the box, fuck up.
Pretty good. It's probably his braces getting in the way.
Conservatism, sorry. I believe that a conservative is based upon, has a belief system based on 4 basic principles. Respect for the Constitution, respect for life, less government, personal responsibility. Those are the 4 basic principles of conservatism.
If you're this big of a douchebag when you're 13 years old, can you imagine this guy when he's 50?
Dude, I hope he takes a fucking beating on that. It's like, hey, on the playground, hey, I saw you on fucking Meet the Press last night, you dick.
Who is for this many rules when they're 13 years old?
I know.
What does he care about not taxing the wealthy?
I know. You've never had a job.
Right. You mowed one lawn once for $5, you dumb shit. What? Oh, man.
Oh.
Kid has gone wrong.
Speaking of Wall Street, dude, there was an awesome article. We always like to make fun of, you like to make fun of Wayne and I because we have a drink at TGI Fridays after the show. And cops raided a TGI Fridays in the financial district of Wall Street on the day of its namesake and shut it down after discovering that the family eatery was full of cocaine. Apparently, the business plan at this franchise included looking the other way as dealers at the bar lured in high rollers from Wall Street. The Post says that bankers and traders would spend their nights getting high after the market spent the day going low.
Good pun there.
Isn't that nice?
That is a good business model, though, because sometimes you go to the clubs
What,
here.
selling coke at the fucking TGI Fridays? Hey,
No.
can I get some jalapeno poppers and some rails, please?
But, you go to some of the clubs here in New York, and the doorman, will frisk you at the door, and I've seen them. They take away the drugs from anyone who's trying to bring them in. They keep them, and then they pass them along to the house dealer, who they look the other way, and then they take a cut of it.
Wow.
It's like a normal thing. That's what happens at a lot of the clubs here, so...
I gotta say, you turned me on this. I never heard of that.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
You know what I found out? Don't hide it in a cigarette pack.
Put it in your shoe.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, they don't look in your shoe.
They fucking went in my cigarette pack and ruined my Fat Boy Slim concert. I was sober as fuck.
Oh, man. But see, that's the thing. They don't call the cops. They just confiscate it. So what do you think they do with it after that?
Yeah.
They sell it.
The TV news here in the United States has gone to shit, and if it's instead of doing some investigative journalism on why everybody's getting fucked out of their homes and their pensions, they have squirrels water skiing, and then of course Jesus sightings in food and towels, and there is a 6-minute YouTube video that is phenomenal. I've only got 60 seconds of it, but they basically did a montage of all the news broadcasts. It seems this is all that news is doing anymore. It's like, somebody saw Jesus in toilet paper.
Finally on Fox Tonight, he has been spotted again.
Finally tonight, if history has shown us anything, it's that Jesus can appear in any form.
Finally tonight, Jesus just popping up everywhere these days. Finally tonight,
Finally tonight, a man in Kentucky says he's got a spoonful of Jesus.
Well, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and it turns out so is the image of Jesus Christ.
We always on the show try to keep track of where people find images of Jesus and Mother Teresa.
Like the grilled cheese sandwich, the door, the cement floor.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Grilled cheese sandwiches to potato chips to tree trunks.
A window, a pancake, even a burnt toast.
Windows, a Cheeto, a frying pan, tree...
A Cheeto? I think I missed the Jesus Cheeto.
Windows, a Cheeto, a frying pan, tree bark, cinnamon roll.
Toast, a Danish, pancakes, fish sticks, and now a cat.
Fish sticks?
I haven't heard of the fish sticks.
That was primetime Sam Roberts.
And now a cat.
And now, a moth. But how about an ultrasound?
But how about the...
An ultrasound? I got Jesus in my tummy.
Oh, yes.
But how about an ultrasound?
But how about the Virgin Mary in some salsa?
Did a cinnamon bun leave behind a message from above?
Hey, is it a snack or a holy symbol?
A miracle or just a meal? Is it a miracle or a mishap? Whoa, what is
Is
that?
this a holy image or a bucket of filth?
Oh, man. I love how it's always that last kind of feel-good story of the night on the local news where the anchors can kind of chuckle about it. Well, finally tonight.
Yeah, I know.
Bob, we've got this crazy
finally
shit.
tonight, the Messiah.
Yeah. Oh, it's him again. Sucks.
Dude, one last thing on Wall Street. I'm still fighting with those fuckers at AXA. AXA. Do not give your money to these people. They are crooks.
What's going on?
They have taken my fucking 401k, motherfucker. They won't let me move it to another goddamn financial institution.
That's right.
They're
I
like,
love
you
this shit.
signed
This
an 8-year
animation right
contract.
here.
What are you, a baseball player, dude? You gonna play for the Mariners?
Dude, that's why they sucker people in.
Yeah, exactly.
AXA, stay away from them. If you got your money in them, you better check, because they are fucking you bad. Ugh. Dude, did you see that the fucking, the Mets want $18,000 for a season ticket?
Yes.
What planet? And Citi Field. Last time I checked, you motherfuckers were getting bailout money, but you got enough for a goddamn... Dude, listen to me. I'm gonna break every Chinese fucking thing in this motherfucker.
Oh, that was
YouTube
fucking
channel.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
A lot of outrage.
True. we should wrap up. The website, lazlow.com. We post previous episodes of this show there. This has been episode 40. It's quite shocking that we made it this far. Tuesday, I'm very excited because a game that a bunch of my friends and I worked on called Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars comes out for the Nintendo DS, which is very exciting. I went out and bought one just for that. I want to give a shout-out to, we got an email from some soldiers that are serving in Basra who bought a box set.
I don't have the thing on my map, so I don't even know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing.
Tim Matthews, thanks for blasting the Laszlo show on base. We appreciate it.
I guess I'm going to have
thanks
to fight
to all
these
the men and
motherfuckers,
women
though.
who are serving in Iraq and Afghanistan. We appreciate it very much, and you have not been forgotten. We also want to thank Obie and Anthony. And also, it's been a very tough week. We'll just say, the incident of 312. I think every year people on 312 will bow their heads and remember what happened. Thanks for letting us do the show, guys. This has been The Laszlo Show.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to The Laszlo Show.
Do I gotta kill these motherfuckers, actually?
Hello?
It's Bob.
Hello?
Hi, it's Bob.
When we ate at Nathan's before,
Oh shit, I fell by accident.
a yellow balloon on it. What are you talking about?
All right, kid. We did it. Woo!
Okay, this takes too long. Isn't that interesting? Damn it. Like, all these assaults fucking suck, yo. Damn, I gotta get the map. I thought I had the map thingy. Oh, I know what the issue is. It's not in the right spot, right? Yeah, eat it there. What are we looking for? This thing. Yeah, why is the XI? Oh, because the XI view also has to be put in there. Okay, okay. Hmm. 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 How interesting. Hmm. Oh, I can't stand these adult joints on meal. I can't stand them shit to say. Huh. It don't even seem like they even trying to debuff a brother, yo. speaker like that every time I. Ooh wee. That's right. Meow. That's right, honey. Say meow. Yes, honey. Yes, baby. Boy, that was probably loud to your girl. I mean, she was all up in the mic with that meow. Was she just want the meow to the people? It's moo, not meow. Okay, honey? No, moo. Okay, meow. Okay, it's meow. Meow, honey. That's right, baby. Give me all the mm-hmm. Yes, honey. Oh boy. You should have put me the motherfucker to sleep, yo. Still believe in something else for the miracles. I'm the one that pump. I'm the blood pumping in your ventricles, Candace. Ow to you too, honey. That's right. You just tell Daddy meow. What else, honey? Oh, purr. Purr also, girl. You know what I'm saying? So it's purr and meow. Candace, where you going, honey? Candace, you're supposed to be purring and meowing, and I mean you are purring and meowing, but that's a, that's right, baby. Ow. Bees sugar. Yes, Candace. Oh, I hear you, honey. Mm. Yes. Where is that true? Oh, Candace. I can see this is not gonna work out too well, is it? Fuck am I not? I'm not politically minimal. People just set up to get shot, lock, or OD. Come on. Audio, get together and do what you're supposed to do to me. Okay. I am falling asleep. I forgot the thing about a soldier. It puts you to bed. B-E quadruple D. That's right, Candace. Meow. That's all I have to say about that, Candace, is M-E-O-W. When you say meow, I say meow. Okay? Improbable that the average intellect would understand. So I encrypted it in the hip hop that's in high demand. and spread it through the hood of every city like contraband. You don't hear Dave Wynn saying. And I say, oh, this is crap. Hmm. Hmm. this shit definitely put motherfucker to sleep, yo. Mm. Mm. Yeah, fuck it, right? Go fuck your mother. Oh, that was doo doo on a stick. Doo doo on a stick. You see what I'm saying? Let's be the tornado. Yeah. Uh, hmm. That's a good point, homie. Let's look at that. Puppet on in peril. Yes, honey. Come on, honey.